I walked into, but I already left it.
We walked into Ian cheating.
I'm not cheating. I opened 3D Paint so I can make a beautiful,
Oh, no.
beautiful
My
fucking
tablet's
thing.
upside down.
Good thing I have 3D Paint open to help you make something. Opacity. Thickness. Also, I don't know why that...
Oh,
that...
The tablet's not upside down. I'm drawing upside down. Whatever. Who cares?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Hey, will this... Then you should open up the foundry. You know what I'm saying?
I need to reset my tools. Give me a second. Because for whatever reason, Photoshop is dumb. Okay. I have so much shit on my desk right now, and I haven't cleaned it, and it's just all over the place. I have no room to put my drawing tablet down. Just gonna draw it in my notebook and then fucking send the thing. Sit down. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh boy, guess who didn't like? I guess I kind of prepped for this session. Because I prepped on Wednesday for what we're going to cover today. We'll see. This might be either very long or very short, depending on how the things go. I'm banking on long.
It feels so nice to hear someone else express the same doubts I express when I DM. It's just, oh, this is great. I will say, I am sick, and my throat is iffy, and I am tired. I should be good, but I may just crap out after like 3 hours, so I will keep folks posted.
Okay. That was me at work today, so. Also, it turns out I clocked out half an hour earlier than I should have, both on Friday and on Monday. So that's awkward.
Sorting dice is the best part of the
Just doing that now too.
day.
Sort of. Okay.
Nathaniel? My masterpiece is done.
My masterpiece is almost done. Give me a second.
Never mind. I might have to switch up my D20 that I use.
What?
You think so?
It hasn't
one
been
that doesn't
going very
roll high?
well. I used it all of Red Hand of Doom, and it did me well.
You know, we did
What
kind
do you
of
use?
get kidnapped.
Well, after that, but
There was, if I remember correctly, at least one total party kill.
It was not a total party kill.
No.
We cannot confirm, one, Tamid is not dead, so it was not a total party kill.
That's true.
And two, we cannot confirm the deaths of either Brax or Asher.
I mean, I can, but I'm just not going to.
no, you can't.
No, you
Mark,
can't.
I can. I'm just not going to. I'm gonna put this in my D&D section. This is a battle map. Okay, that's pretty good, Ian. I like that.
It's a perfect poster.
That's pretty impressive mouse work.
True.
For, a mouse.
Mostly because it's, like, just, text. Ooh, three quests.
It almost matches Discord Gray. That's perfect.
Bjorn. Neighbor killed by giants. Miros lives in Golden Fields?
That's all they give you for that.
Tribor. Tribor. Ex-wife owns tavern. See, these so are these people that are giving?
These are, okay, so I'll run it through.
Are we gonna wait for
but
John?
Essentially, you're going to be, yeah, we're gonna wait for John. but you're going to be given 3 options. Those are the 3 options. The names are the towns: Bryn, Golden Fields versus Tribor. Those are 3 towns you can go to.
Okay.
You don't know much about any of them, so
Fantastic.
I don't think there's a lot of stuff I can give you. I mean, maybe you know them on the map. Foundry is up. We still have Nightstone. Configure GM only. Configure GM only. Go.
What color dice do I want to use?
Green.
You're dwarven. You're a cleric of death. So like black makes sense, or like dark mysterious colors.
Red to match the fact that you died.
Red match the fact you're dead. Yep.
Uznov is very much alive. Thank you very much. Bonzo was a different man.
A dead man.
That is the very big key difference between the two of them.
Very key difference is Bonzo is very dead. Okay. Let me grab my
Okie dokie
notebook.
artichoke.
It's the difference between a dead cleric and a death cleric.
It's a good joke, Mark. I like that one.
Yeah, thanks.
You can have inspiration back.
Yes.
My goal is to never let Mark use it. And
I
anytime
was
he thinks he's gonna use
Just
it, I'm
about to
gonna
think
take
the
it away.
same thing.
The
I'm
thing
just not
is
going to try to
that
make any jokes.
Mark started us out with inspiration every single session, but we never used it.
That's true. Which is why you guys died.
No.
No.
That was
Poor
not the
planning and
reason.
just general fuckery is why we die.
Yeah, no, that's true. No matter how many times you roll the dice, it can't make up for your own stupidity.
Correct.
And I mean, they were competing against a tactical genius,
Tactical genius.
We are tactical geniuses.
a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Mark Lang. Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, and the original Metal Gear just released on GOG. Yay.
On
Wait,
GOG.
which one?
I have never
God,
heard someone
God.
call good old games GOG before.
They don't call it good old games anymore. It's official. It's just GOG.
I hate
Wait,
it.
why?
Oh,
'Cause
no.
GOG's better. SWAT 4
I've
is still
never-
available on GOG. Just so
Oh,
you
that's
know.
a good game. We should play that.
I really kind of wanted to play SWAT.
Wanna know why? Wanna know why? Because they're not old games all the time. Sometimes they have new ones.
And sometimes they're not good.
I want. Oh, this is so because the Metal Gear I
Just call
really want to
website
play.
games.
I wish
Shut up, Mark. Ian, say what you're trying to say.
I want to play Metal Gear 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 is really the one I want to play.
It's a very fun one. But you should definitely play 1 and 2 first so you understand all the stupid shit Kojima put in there.
Don't the games have terrible controls?
Well, they
Okay,
do.
I played Metal Gear Solid 3. The only way I've ever played it is on the 3DS, where instead of a joystick to control the camera, you have 4 of the face buttons. So
God bless.
it also runs in PowerPoint slideshow mode, and I had a grand old time.
Mark, you and I
have
have different definitions of like what we
many
have
questions.
with fun.
Also,
But it is also the best iteration of the game because it's the only one where you can crouch and walk at the same time.
here's a question: can we go to Nightstone V2 so all those stupid walls are gone and we can actually
Oh,
see?
yes, I can load Nightstone V2.
And it's also the where our good friend, what's her face? I wrote her name down. Maybe I should look at it.
Okay, I have all 15 of my
Is this the one- is
D20s
this
on
the
my
one?
desk, so I can
Yes,
correctly
that's the right
choose
one.
which one I'm going
What's
to
her
use.
name?
Oh, I was muted when I said that one.
Ah,
God, stop eating corn, loser.
I'm not eating corn.
What is it this time?
I was eating peas.
Like a quote chat and
You
put that in.
motherfucker.
Oh no, just Mark being. Mark, why? What was that voice? I've never heard you use that voice before.
What voice?
That one. All right, whatever.
God, get
I
off my
just do it.
back. What
Oh,
I
I don't like it.
said.
No, I don't like it anymore. Put it back.
No, actually, no, it's lost to the winds of time. Only I know the good joke.
Aha, I've got it recorded. Fuck you.
No, my mic was muted.
Oh, that's true. That stupid joke. Okay. So we're all present and accounted for. You are level 4, correct?
Level
Hopefully.
5, yeah. Level 5.
No, wait. No, you're level 4.
Daddy said yes to
Level
Dixie.
14.
Yeah, I can fly. Level
I
20.
hate all of you. I want different music. Give me a second here. I need my.
Ooh, Nathaniel, just so that no one gets yelled at, me and Dylan traded a set of armor right after the session ended and everyone left.
I wonder what you guys were doing in the Discord channel.
Talking.
I was suspicious.
We're not allowed to talk.
I need to like put a bug into this Discord channel, so I can like look back a day later and hear what people said when I left, just so I know who's plotting against me.
No,
might
we
be a
literally
bug for that.
just I traded my damage chain armor for a set of chain armor that he had that he wasn't using.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
Mark,
Yes.
how to use the PowerPoint? If you put anything in the A side, is just straight gold values, and then the description in the B side. So if you say we pick up 50 gold pieces, A23 becomes 50, it updates A1, or we can just get rid of it and it goes back down.
He said PowerPoint, and I was really confused. But he
Excel
meant
sheet.
Yeah, no, but I was picking up what he was putting down the whole time. And so with the one that's like 3 gold pieces, the coin value on the left is the value for all 3 of those gold necklaces.
3 gold necklaces, yes.
pieces?
The
Yeah,
total
gold
value is 750 gold.
Beautiful.
Cool.
That being said, are we ready to start today's session of Storm King's Thunder? Hesitantly
the
named
whole key?
Session 4.
I called it happily ever after because I am both happily ever and after something else. Okay, here's a really strange question. Who just touched? Oh God, what happened?
Sorry, the lack of titles bugs me. Sorry.
Okay, as
The
long as
lack
it
of-
still works, I don't care.
Yeah, it still works.
Here's the question. Out of the 11 gems that we found, are any of them diamonds? And if so, what value is diamonds?
None of them are diamonds. They're all
Rude.
nondescript gemstones.
So diamonds will be very clearly and evidently
Diamonds will be a
described.
separate gemstone. I will announce to you.
Fantastic news.
Mainly because Dylan gets res at what?
Fifth
5th level?
Next level.
Yeah. You guys are gonna need it.
Oh yeah.
No, we're not.
We don't die because we're winners.
Also, I'm pretty sure that the magic item rules are like over the course of an hour, you can kind of just tinker with the magic item and figure out what the heck it does.
Oh,
Can
right. I
we-
give you a ring, didn't I?
Can we do
Wand.
that with a strange looking wand?
Oh, the wand.
I say we just sell it for like
Yes,
5
you
gold
can.
pieces.
If I can find the wiki link for where it is. Okay. So who is tinkering with it?
I think Mark would.
I
be.
would suggest the
Mark.
highest arcana, probably.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Alrighty. Give me a second. I need to balance my audio a little. That's the wrong audio. There we go. Okay. So, Mark, in your tinkering with the magic item, you recognize that this is a powerful magical artifact.
Mhm.
However, even with an hour of spending time, you're still unsure of what it is. There are many magical wands that it could be. You have a list of probably a solid 20 different options, ranging from like a wand of wonder to something as powerful as like a wand of power word kill, right? You would have to bring it to an experienced arcanist, or you would have to use like detect magic on it, or identify item, right? You would have to use some sort of magic in order to confirm its identity. You know it's powerful.
You say detect magic?
No, not detect magic. Sorry, identify,
Oh.
which is the
Well, yeah.
I think correct spell. It's powerful. It's probably worth a lot of money to the right person. You can feel the magic, like anyone who holds it can feel the magical energy radiating from it, and you would probably assume it's along the lines of it's a wand used for less than good purposes.
Okay.
It definitely
detect-
doesn't emit like a angelic aura.
It is a
Detect
hand of
magic,
Vecna.
which I can do as a ritual, so as I can discern the school of magic. any?
Yeah, it would be abjuration.
Oh,
That's fun.
wow.
Circle of Death. Bet.
Okay.
Okay. And with that out of the way, would anyone like to summarize what happened last session before we kick off this one? Ian did it like last time I asked,
Did I?
so he's banned.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe Mark did it. I'm not sure.
No, last time we skipped it because you wanted us to be fast.
The time before that.
Oh.
think
I
it was
can
you.
do it as long as I don't need to say anyone's name.
Perfect. John, hit us off.
All right. Well, essentially, last time we left off, and there were some orcs on our door, right? They weren't ideal, and then they were, being chased down by a ton of elves, and then, they got killed. I guess it was less elves than the orcs. Was it orcs?
Yes.
It was orcs.
It was orcs. Okay, good. And then they kind of went off. And then the elves killed the orcs, and the elves kind of went off. We'll deal with them later. We went through the woods, didn't have to deal with any more elves things because we were on a mission to go to the cave to save all the townspeople in this great place of Nightstone. Then we kind of wandered around a cave. We found all the people, and we were like, oh, we should explore to see if we can find that last person and save them as well with all the other people. And then you follow a couple orcs in the middle. That was beforehand. I apologize. I'm getting this chronologically incorrect. And then we went down. This black sludge thing almost killed us and knocked down some of our AC. And that thing was super powerful. And then we kind of met up with this goblin dude who's like, hey, you could do a few things for me. 1 gold piece for every person. You could, I don't know, some other thing, or you kill the black blob. And we're like, oh, we killed the black blob already. Wow, what do you know? We already did the side quest this mission. Isn't this great? And then essentially we took that person, and then we had our 8-foot rogue go ahead and assassinate him to oblivion, and then met up with his daughter,
Assistant.
Slave. Is it? I don't know if it's actually said. But smart goblin lady. And then she's got this whole political system set up for the goblin cave, and I'm like, all right, sweet, let's let her do that thing, and then we'll took all the townspeople and we left. Now we're back here.
Perfect. I love it. So, you re-enter Nightstone. The villagers see for the first time the devastation that has taken place since while the attack was occurring, they had frantically left. There's gasps of horror. There's the typical oh my god, and every once in a while they'll see a corpse of a family member buried under the rubble, and then they'll start crying. It's generally a sad time. They also notice the body of Chatarina where the Nightstone would be, and Morak, who's leading the party, so and say, he's up with you guys leading the villagers home. Do you still have access to this?
Say what?
I thought I took it away. Give me a second.
No, that's
Configure
Chad.
permission. Oh, okay, that was Chad. Whoops. And he comes up. Morak comes up to where Chad's standing right now, and he looks down at Chatarina, and he looks at well, I suppose he looks at Igor or Gilbert, and says, "Aye, this one of yours, laddies."
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I just
Yeah. Yeah. We entered the town. Unfortunately, there was many goblins, and we got a little overwhelmed.
I see.
This is what she wanted. This wasn't a disrespectful thing. It was very clearly stated that she wanted to be in the hole.
Then I was concerned for a minute.
No, no. If
And the
you
hole
want
was
us,
already empty.
yeah,
The hole was
didn't
empty, you
empty it
said.
and then put
yeah.
our good friend in. It was
If this hole is important,
ground.
Well-
we can move up. We can.
By
dig
my
another
beard,
hole.
it's not very important anymore now, is it?
didn't we
guess
pile
they,
all the goblin
empty.
bodies in here, or are they over in the
No,
you
they
moved
are all
out.
hidden out of view.
That way.
Morak sees a pile of them sticking out, and he just kind of shakes his head and turns back to you guys. And he's like, "Do you laddies know what used to be here?"
Yes.
Me kind
Is
Is
there
of.
the
guards
Nightstone.
talking about something like this?
The Nightstone, aye. It was a 7-foot tall black rock, obelisk shape, had some strange writing on it. And, well, we never thought it was much use. Until the fuck, where's my Scottish accent gone? Till the cloud giants attacked. They came down in their floating castle. They picked it up and left, leaving us to ruins.
Did anyone see
We're not
which?
sure-
Never mind.
We're not sure what they want with it. But, It's probably not good knowing them.
Yes.
Do you know which way they went? Like, while you were running away, did you see? Did they go north? Did they go south? Did they go east, west?
And he just lifts up a finger and points pretty much a dead east. Aye, laddie.
Dead
They went
east.
that away.
Back into the forest with the elves. Oh, great.
That's west.
Yeah, it was west.
Don't worry.
And with that, he says, "Come on, laddies. Let's have a drink and whatever's left of the tavern and sleep off this hard work. We can talk more in the morning."
Aye.
Dude, that's where Bonzu died.
Oh, so sad.
And with that, he pours you all a drink in the tavern, those who drink, and you guys get a free of charge long rest.
Oh, snap.
Uh,
I don't have to pay for my long rest this time?
Incredible sleep.
Sweet.
um,
I've been paying for my long rest like an idiot all these years.
you wake up in the morning, and Morak's sitting there, kind of consoling some of the villagers. Most of them have gathered in the town square, and he's kind of like, he's not a natural born leader, but he's doing his best, and you could tell he's doing like an all right job. But he's sending people out to, you know, dig up more graves and bury people, and clean up like the bodies, and kind of generally trying to get the town back together. He sees you guys walk out of that tavern, and he says, "Aye, laddies,
Aye.
you guys look on a scale of Scottish accent, on a scale of 1 to 20. I would say you guys are about a 4, aye?
Aye. I would agree.
You look,
Not very motivating, but yes.
well, you know, some people die before they get the 4. But anyway.
Don't say that in front of Chatterina, dude.
Honestly,
My
it's quite
apologies.
disrespectful.
He kind of strokes his beard a bit in thought, and he says, "You lot, you're probably stronger than most of us villager folk over here. You're probably hankering for something a little more invigorating than fixing up a broken town. We can probably handle this on your own. What say you send a quest your way?"
I'm always looking for extra coin.
Yes,
There's
yes.
lots
Would there
of
be some
coin in
form
it.
of compensation?
Oh, absolutely. I would be nothing if not giving coin. Wait, shit, whatever. You know what I meant.
Dude, you lost your accent there for a second. You okay?
Scottish accents are hard to keep up, okay? I would
Dude,
be
what's
nothing
Scottish?
if not generous. It's dwarfish.
Jealous?
Shut up. Generous, whatever. Scottish accents are hard. And with this, he brings like two other people over, and he says, "Aye, this here is Jackson Southwell, and his friend Samuel, or he's not his friend, his family member Samuel was killed in the Giants attack." And Jackson nods his head, and he looks a little unsure of it, but he's like, I've got a brother, Markham. Markham, he's a sheriff over in Bryn Shander. And it would mean a lot to me if you guys could go and tell him of Samuel's passing. He won't know for months, given the state this town is in. I won't have time to send a letter anytime soon.
Just a message, nothing else.
Yeah, a message. And I don't know. I can offer you all I have. And Morak nods his head and he says, "Don't worry about that, sonny boy. I'll compensate these adventurers for that."
Seems
And
doable.
and then he points to this house here with, the giant rock inside of it. And he says, "Over there, are the Zelbrins." And well, as you can see, they were both killed in the giant attack. But they had a son. His name was Miros. He lived in Golden Fields. And it would mean a lot to me and to the family if you lot would go over there and tell him what happened here. I know he would very much appreciate it. And if you see a flying cat on the way there, be sure to bring that too. I was their old family pet. I'm not sure if it lived or died in the giant attack, but there's that.
A flying cat.
Aye.
Alright. Eyes open. I've seen weirder.
Was that considered atypical, or is that fairly mundane these parts?
It's atypical, but it's not like the strangest thing you've seen. Like these guys got killed by a giant cloud giants on a floating castle.
Is it about like as common as like a flying snake, dude?
You know, I'm not that sure. I've never seen a flying snake before.
I
What
hold
do you
up
bring
the
it up?
saw one
That's an
like
oddly
yesterday, dude.
specific.
I
There's
hold up
someone
a
here-
flying snake.
What? What are you talking about?
Who are you talking to?
I guess John in this case. A flying snake?
Yeah, dude. There was like this lady that like, what was her name again? She changed it. It's like
Kella.
Dark Hope something.
Mrs.
Hella
Darkhope.
Darkhope?
Aye,
Yeah,
Mrs.
like the-
Darkhope.
The
Aye.
guards are like keeping watch of her over in the tower down south, dude.
Dark Hope does not ring any bells. There was
Oh.
a traveling monk that came in 2 days ago, but
Oh, she was not a monk.
Oh yes, that's
That
her.
was no monk, dude.
ah,
This is a monk,
That honestly reminds us
Shut
that
up.
we should probably go check in on the Mrs. Darkhope.
Just about to suggest that.
Yeah, no.
Aye.
That's,
But I got one more crest.
Yes.
And finally, burn my beard, Darthnag Ulgar. It was eaten by giant rats in the caves. Unfortunately, you guys didn't make it in time, but I will not hold that against you.
I hope not.
And it's a little bit awkward. But burn my beard. I gotta. It's a little bit awkward, but his ex-wife runs a trading post over in Tribor, and they didn't get on the best of terms, obviously, because
They're
you know, she
divorced.
was his ex-wife. But they it was not the worst, and so it'd mean a great deal to her and to me. He was a good friend, Darthag. If you could go and tell her that her late husband, in more ways than one, is gone. And he claps his hands together, and that's it. Now, should we go see this Darkhope lady that you're talking about?
Aye. You should.
All right. And so you guys venture over across the bridge. Morak sees your ladder and he nods in understanding. And he wanders over to here. And you guys open the cellar door, and the two guards are kind of like standing there, you know, eating lunch or whatever. And Morak nods to them, and they're like, Morak's up. And you open the cellar door, and you find
No, she's fucking gone, isn't she?
Kella in the cellar, not
Oh,
gone.
yay.
but why'd you roll a d20 for that?
Yeah, no, it was a 9. If it was 11 or higher, she was gone.
Interesting.
But she's there. She has managed to slip out of her bond. You know, the rope is piled around her feet, and you can tell that she's got a it looks to be a small knife in her hands, and she's desperately trying to whittle something out of the wood. And she kind of stops when you guys suddenly open the cellar door and looks up. And
Dude,
it
didn't
just
we
goes,
pat her down for this?
Yeah, we didn't do a good job, if I remember correctly. We were in a hurry. People were dying. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's true, dude.
She had it in her boot. It was a whole thing. And she just kind of looks up at you guys and goes, "Shit,"
Yes.
and then sits back against the wall and does not drop the knife. I will say.
I would like to walk up to her and hold my hand out and say, dude, knife, please.
Do you actually have hands? I thought you had like talons or something.
He does have claws. That's right.
No, I
suppose
do.
they're
I do have
mostly
hands. I have
Oh, they
hands, and
actual
the wings
hands?
are in the back. The chicken does not have a good description of it. I can send an actual picture of what the brace looks like.
Okay. So you do actually have hands, and she looks up at you and she says, "You're awfully trusting." And
I just don't think you could hit me, dude.
John, does a 13 hit you?
No.
Well, I suppose it's
even
an
close.
18 with her +5, but the 18 still does not hit.
No, it does not.
And she like slices out and kind of whisks by your hand as you manage to like just move it. Like you don't even pull it back. You just kind of like move it up, and the knife just goes straight under it. And she just goes, "Ah,
So
haven't you guys tortured me enough?
No.
no, dude.
What more do you want? You already looked into my brain." She glares at you, Gilbert.
Oh, and I'm getting ready to do that again to find out if you have any more forks, knives, or other such things on your person. But do go on. I'm enjoying this.
And with that, her eyes widen dramatically. And she kind of like she does like the wide-eyed look back between Chad and Gilbert, and then she just kind of like tosses the knife onto the floor.
All right.
And puts her knees up to her chest and is like, "I'll tell you everything I know. You don't have to go probing me again."
I take the knife.
Last time I
you
checked,
go.
she is a known pathological liar.
Yes.
It's not pathological.
Everything you said to me has been a lie. For the most part.
Okay, that's fair. I don't do it all the time. I'm not lying now.
Insight check.
All right, give me an insight check.
That is an 11.
Oh, she rolled a natural 1. Yeah, no, she's not lying.
Interesting.
What, are you done looking at me? You big half-orc hunk.
Ooh.
Dude, yeah, he is a hunk.
Oh my.
And
No
then I
thanks,
punch him
I'm
in the
not
shoulder.
interested.
What more do you want? I already told you everything I know. I'm not high up on the food chain. Don't exactly know much more than what I said.
Let's see. Here's the thing, though, and I say this out of her earshot, and I look at my good companions and I say, if she is a part of Black Network, if, excuse me, we handed her into some form of higher authority, don't you think they'd probably give us a nice fat coin purse for her?
Yeah, dude, that's true. My thing is, I don't know how long she can stay here, dude, in this tiny town that has nothing, and they find out that, she's here and not where she's supposed to be. Do
I'm
you
also-
know if they're like the type of organizations that's like, oh, they're gone, let's just like, not care about them, or whether they like come back for revenge? I personally don't know much about them.
Gilbert.
Well, from what I know, they were investing some rather significant plans in this town, and we may have put a bit of a stopper on those. And I don't think they're going to be sending us roses and chocolate for doing such a thing. So I would rather they not find out, and the best way to do that is to keep our good friend, Miss Darkhope, incarcerated.
Yeah.
Okay, but here is another option. No, it's not a great idea, but it is an idea, so, we're just throwing them out there. We could just let her go with the message of, didn't work out. Leave them be. But at the same time, can we trust her to do this? Probably not,
No.
but it is an idea. Because at the same time, if we do turn her in, now we have a big dark network of spies against us, yes?
Yes.
Seems logical.
So, staying within their quote-unquote good graces might be better than getting on their bad side.
Although letting her go and letting her go back would put us on their bad side because they know
Yes.
it was us.
Yeah, I don't know if she feels too kindly about our friend Gilbert here, dude.
Yes, this is true, I guess. Alright. Fuck it. I have more rope. Well, the rope is still fine. Where do we want to take her? Because if I look at big map, I do not see these towns on the big map. So, if our good friend, Mr. Nathaniel, could tell us roughly where these towns are.
That's an excellent question. for our good friend Nathaniel.
Yeah, and what's
That's
that
really-
town we need to travel to anyways? That
Well,
has like the.
We were just given 3 towns that we could go to.
All right, so if you look at the map, Golden Fields is directly north of Nightstone. It's about a. If you follow the road, I'm gonna say like a week's journey.
Okay.
Tribor is even further up the big road.
When you say the
Um,
big road, are you talking about like the high road, the long road?
I'm talking about the
Or the-
long road.
The long road, okay.
Oh,
Tribor. I see Tribor.
Tribor is essentially north of Nightstone.
Okay.
It's above Westbridge, and that would take significantly longer to get to, obviously.
Take us to
and
Waterdeep.
then it would take you through Waterdeep. That's right. And what was the last town I said? Golden Fields.
There's
Tribor.
Boyne,
and
Golden
Bryn.
Fields, and Tribor.
I see Tribor.
I see Tribor's the only
Actually,
one I
don't
see.
Where is this map you speak of?
If you have the Sword Coast Adventurers guide, actually, I'll just send it to you.
Well,
You
I,
can
I
Google
okay.
Forgotten Realms map, but
Okay.
Ah,
So,
okay.
so if you look at Nightstone's in the bottom center of the map, essentially, right on the coast, next to Waterdeep.
So,
And then north of Nightstone, by about an inch, is Golden Fields. And then north of Golden Fields, by about like 4 inches, is Tribor,
so Nathaniel,
which is your second option. Yes.
Golden Fields and Nightstone are not on the map that's in the Skag.
They're not on this map. Okay. What you have to know is that Golden Fields is a week journey's north. Tribor is a month's journey's north, and Bryn Shatter is probably. Actually, no, sorry. Tribor is like 2 weeks north, and then Bryn Shander, which is the last town, is a whole month's journey north. Bryn Shander is up on like the spine of the world, way up there in the north. Tribor's in the middle of the continent, and then Golden Fields is right above Nightstone.
Okay.
Around where is Nightstone on this map?
In between Daggerford and
Nightstone's-
Waterdeep.
Yeah, it's pretty far south. I
In
think.
that, in between Waterdeep and Daggerford, in that forest. Is
Waterdeep.
Well, I can't say I'm too keen on the whole idea of playing messenger duty for about a month. Would we want to take the job that is a shorter journey?
I was
Oh,
thinking.
there's also the Ghost King.
Oh yes, Ghost King.
Ghost Lord.
Oh yes, 3 months journey south. Let us go.
And then Morak speaks up because you guys are discussing like the towns and such. And Morak is like, I know Bryn Shander seems like a bit far of a journey. It's about a month north, but the longer the journey, the more coin I'm offering. Not very many people are willing to travel a month there and back. So that's a
Oh, we have to come
Pretty
back.
penny.
Is that month with or without horses?
well. You got your 3 horses that you went to the Dripping Caves with, and unfortunately, we don't have any horses here on Nightstone. But I'm sure you could pick some up at Waterdeep or Daggerford, whatever.
We wouldn't go south. There's no need to go south.
In
Yeah,
which
yeah,
case,
but-
it would speed up the journey considerably.
Okay, here is an idea. I'm thinking Tribor, because I think we go through Waterdeep. This will allow us to, quote unquote, pawn off Mrs. Darkhope for some extra coin, and then we'd be already on our way to Tribor. Unless Golden Field, which isn't on the map, Golden Field, is it on the long road as well?
Golden Field is on the long road, or no? It's there's a slight like turn off,
Mhm.
but it's mostly on the long road.
I say we. Oh fuck! So we're gonna have to, in order to get paid, we're gonna have to go there and come back.
That's what Morak is saying. Yeah.
Damn.
Go there and back.
There's no chance we get paid up front. You know we're good for it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm fucking fantastic at those, yes?
You did save your town and all your remaining loved ones.
That is
This much is
16.
true. I can give you half up front,
That'll do.
and then the other half when you come back.
This will work. So, I don't think. Does anyone really want to go all the way up to fucking whatever the third one is, Bryn something. Because if we go to Bryn something, what is it, Bryn?
Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander. If we do
won't be
go up
back
to
till
Bryn
we're level
Shander,
20.
we are literally going to go past Tribor.
We could do multiple
Ooh,
jobs
this is
and
true.
receive multiple rewards.
Theoretically, if we took the long road, it might take longer to get to Bryn Shander, but we could theoretically hit all three. But at the same time, most likely we're going to hit level 5, and then we're going to hit the main quest, at which point it doesn't really matter.
But this plan might cause problems for Nathaniel.
This is very true, Gilbert.
No. I will say, metagaming aside, the choice you make here affects the choices you make later down the line, and so I wouldn't worry about like hitting the main quest, quote unquote. This is the main quest.
Okay. Is hitting multiple of these at the same time like feasible? Could we do it?
Boy, I can't wait to find out.
You gotta be fast, because here's the thing, laddie. If I send you over to Bryn Shander, it's gonna take a long time. So I might send someone else to, say, Golden Field, which is considerably closer, just to get the word out sooner. If you wanted to hit Tribor and Bryn Shander all at once, I would accept that idea. But
Should we split
not
the
probably
party?
not all three.
No, fuck no, we are not splitting the party.
No.
No, Sutao. No.
Is that a bad idea?
Bad.
Very.
Someone go get a spray ball and spray him.
There are no.
So
I don't know what you guys
here's
talk about. That sounds like a great idea. Twice the
Nathaniel.
work and twice the effort.
Nathaniel. If I'm looking at the Skag map, you said up in the Bryn Shander's up in the spine of the world.
Yeah, it is.
Where in the spine of the world? Because spine of the world's
To the left
I
of
still
the
don't know where
in the spine of the
anything
world.
is on this map.
okay, so kind of above Raven Rock.
Yes.
Oh god, that's really far.
That is really
very
far.
cold
Pretty
up
far.
there.
It does look very cold. I have not been that far north.
Be a pretty penny in it for you. And
How pretty?
Mora kind of nudges you and winks. How pretty? Well, I said they pay half up front, right?
Yeah,
1,000 gold
1,000 gold up front
up front per person.
Ooh.
per
Ooh,
person.
per person.
Holy shit. Okay.
How much for Tribor?
Tribor? Well, it's half the journey. 500 gold per person.
So here's the
So
thing,
we're
though.
getting 1,500 per.
Yeah, because if we're going up to Bryn Shander, we're going to be passing
Okay,
through
what's
Tribor.
what's the like big back index of a gold piece?
The big back index of a gold piece. Are you asking like how much a gold piece can buy you?
Yes.
Well, 500 gold pieces buys you a +1 magical weapon, right?
Yep.
Or is it? Yeah.
Something like
And
that.
then 1,500 buys you a +2.
That's
something like that.
Prices are weird.
No, like
it's
in
very
context-
difficult to understand. It takes a
Like-
while to figure out how much money is worth.
Like in the context of like a real world, like okay, how much would a night at the tavern
1,500.
cost?
A night at the
single
tavern-
a banquet for one person, so a full like 5-star meal is 10 gold pieces.
Oh my god.
A night at the if it's a nice like a 4-star inn, you'd pay about a gold piece per night.
Oh, okay.
So 1,500 gold is a lot of money if you decide to do both Tribor and Bryn Shander, and double that on your return.
I like this idea because if we're going that way, we might as well.
Yeah. Chunk agrees.
Chunk, are you well acclimated to higher altitudes and the cold climate?
Yes. Chunk come from high up north. Very cold.
Okay,
Chunk strong.
so at least someone knows what they're doing up there, yes?
Well, given the fact that I have 6 intelligence, questionable at best, but sure.
All right.
So if
Good
I'm
enough for me.
not completely misinterpreting it, which honestly is not outside the realm of possibility, you give us each 1,500 gold now, and we return, we get another 1,500?
Upon return of your person and confirmation of the message delivered, aye.
Total of 3,000 gold pieces each.
That sounds about right to me.
Doesn't to me, but you know, that's here nor there.
Well, I'm
This
sold.
man is loaded.
Also, like, dudes, if you want someone who like knows high elevation and north places, I'm your bird.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, because I have never been that far north. So, I say Tribor, Imran Shander. One fell swoop, we stop in Waterdeep, pawn off Darkhope, make some extra coin, pick up a cart, maybe exchange our horses, better horses in the cart. Yes, this is an idea.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, dude, that sounds good.
Waterdeep has a fairly robust criminal justice system. I'm sure we'll be able to.
Oh boy,
Man,
do I have
oh
to
my.
read up on Waterdeep? I hope.
Oh, dude, the Waterdeep Gazetteer is dense.
Gonna hold this. I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, let's take a 4-hour break.
Yeah, you gotta read the Skag and then read Waterdeep Dragon Heist as well, just to make sure you get all the lore.
Double pawn referring commemoration. Okay, and at this, Morak nods his head and he says, "All right. So your plan is to take my upfront costs, go to Tribor, go to Brimshander, deliver their messages, and then return. Aye?
Aye.
Yes.
Sounds like the plan.
Will you be traveling on horses?
Yes.
Hopefully.
We're probably going to be taking these horses and then heading, probably getting better horses when we hit Waterdeep, and maybe a cart.
All right. Let me look up. Per day 5 each. Let me look up some travel speeds. 30 miles per day is on horseback. And if we look at the Skag Adventures Guide, that's I don't know
Skag
about
Adventures
500 miles to Brimshander. I'm gonna say, just arbitrarily, for a rough calculation.
Okie
Divided
dokie.
by 30. So you're looking at
I'd say more than
16
that, but
days
it's fine.
to Brimshander and back. So a month to Brimshander and back, half a month to get there, plus a detour into Tribor, which gives you. We'll probably add with horses, because Tribor's not really on the way. You kind of have to do like a triangle in order to hit it and then go back to the log road. I would say it adds a week to your journey, and so you're looking at 3 weeks there, 3 weeks back for hitting both towns.
Would it be the way back be quicker because we are not going to it?
Yeah, the week back will only take 2 weeks, so 5 weeks total.
Okay,
Well, that's not bad.
that's not bad at all. It makes some pretty penny. Okay. I think we're all set then. Ooh, this makes one complication.
I forget. Will we? And I'm saying this just. I'm gonna just whisper this into Igor's brain. Pardon me, Igor. My memory's failing me. Were we promised a reward for saving the town and getting the prisoners and whatnot? And were we given that? Because the man who is playing me does not remember.
Let me see. I do remember the guards mentioning something. So,
And this one of the guards kind of looks at you and looks at the other guard. And the other guard just kind of like looks down and shakes his head a little bit. And the other guard's like, yeah, we have a reward for you.
oh, fantastic. Where is it?
Well, we don't know.
Oh, really now? This is interesting. I get uncomfortably close.
And the guard just kind of leans back and like does like a finger in his collar sort of thing.
It is not intentionally, well, it is very intentionally intimidating, but it's, very casual. Why, what do you mean you don't know?
You see, when the boulders came down on
Yep,
the
the boulders.
we lost track of some of our treasury department finances.
Okay.
You
More-
lost
more
the
act-
ledger.
No,
Well,
not
not
Gilbert.
the
Don't
ledger.
worry, don't worry. The ledgers get lost sometimes. Some people don't care as deeply. See, these men, they do not care about their job as much as you do. It's okay.
We have the ledger. We just don't have the stuff that the ledger has on it.
No, so where was it?
Well, it was in the and then he just kind of gestures to this where the rock had smashed clean through the floor, and he's like, "Well, it was over there, and
Okay.
it was a tapestry. It was worth quite a lot of money,
Okay.
and now it's Well, but it's under that rock.
Okay, so you're telling me that we showed up, we helped clear the town of goblins, and then you promised us something you knew you couldn't
I
get.
did no. I said there would be. I never promised anything.
You
And he
just
kind of
you
stands
did.
up straight.
Oh, don't even try. It's okay. And I pat him on the back and put him down fucking vent again.
Still under the rock.
Yeah, probably. It is probably also covered in blood.
It's
I
true,
go
it is.
over, and for the third time, I would like to try to move the boulder.
Nice system.
Oh, you son of
Yeah,
a bitch.
sure, sit down.
Same direction. On 3, we push north.
Yes, yes.
All right,
Chalk
One
strong.
of you roll with advantage.
I'm taking it.
Whichever one. Okay.
I rolled a 13.
You rolled a 13.
I've got the +5 in strength, and Hey, wait, this is athletics?
No, this is pure strength.
Yeah, no, that is 13 then.
All right, with a 13, you have what, 600 pounds of push strength?
Yes.
With that, you are just barely able to kind of show the body, and there was a little bit of suction to the bottom of the boulder
Ugh.
from all the blood that had coagulated there. And with that, you're and you give it a good huff, and you shove the rock off of the corpse. It's barely recognizable. It's a lot of blood, and it does look like there is some, at least red tapestry fragments there. They might not have been red before, but that's not entirely clear to the eye. But what you do notice is there is a gold ring
Ooh.
on the hand of Lady Nandar, who had been crushed, and that gold ring is worth 750 gold pieces.
Oh my god.
Oh, sweet bitch.
So, this gold ring. I pick it
And
up.
the
I
guards
pick up
kind
that
of like
paste.
the guards, as when you like pick up the ring, right, and like hold the hand, the guards like that's Lady Nandar's ring. She was very fond of it.
She was, yes, you are right.
Yes, the tense is very important in that statement.
Unfortunately, she is no more. And it's going to be a closed casket already, so whether or not she has the ring in it, it doesn't really matter. And
ring
this
was given
tapestry...
to her by the Lord,
Which lord?
the one she married.
Well,
is he?
based by the sound of it, they're both dead now. And the tapestry you promised us in payment is kind of ruined. But we are still taking tapestry, yes.
And you guys call yourself good characters.
Oh, no.
Fine. Take it. But don't expect any special treatment from us in the future if you ever come back here.
I wouldn't expect it.
And with that, the guards kind of huff and they stomp away.
Is tapestry worth anything? Can we tell?
No, the tapestry is thoroughly ruined. It might not have even been worth something before. You're not entirely sure.
These fucking assholes. First they give us a worthless tapestry, and then they get mad when we actually take something worth that. Are we bad people?
I'm not quite sure, because it feels to me like we just engaged in the transaction of goods and services in a very reputable way, but they seem to disagree with us.
You know, Igor. No, I am Igor. Jesus Christ. Gilbert.
I do know. Yes.
Gilbert, you
You
bring
know,
up an
dudes,
excellent point.
I still don't really know how this like gold piece stuff works.
Well, if you
Really,
don't worry about it then. We will take care of your gold pieces for you. This is going to be easy, Gilbert.
Yeah, dude, thanks. I really appreciate that. Can I roll an insight check?
Well, do you know how gold? Yeah, you can roll an insight check. Go ahead.
On how gold works? Like the
No,
value
on
of
whether or
currency?
not Ian's gonna take care of the gold, and whether or
Oh.
not that his sentence is said with air quotes or not.
Well, I am carrying all the gold, and my good friend
true.
Gilbert is carrying the ledger.
Would you like to roll deception or persuasion, Ian?
I would like to hear the insight check first.
I don't think that's how it works.
That is a. Oh, I get +7 now. An 18.
18. There is hints of sarcasm in it, but in general, he is not going to, like, not give you money, but he, yeah. He's not going to rob
Of
you
course, I
blind.
understood that so well.
He's not going to rob you blind.
He's gonna rob me to death.
Might
Maybe.
need some bifocals, though.
Do get
You
do
will
get
need
some glasses.
bifocals. Okay, and with that, Morak says, "All right, laddies. I don't want to stall you any longer. It's well, with the 3 horses you've got and carrying Kella, you probably have to have somebody walk." And he looks at Chonk kind of up and down, and is like, "Probably this man right here. Can't imagine the horses like carrying him that much, especially these 5-foot tall horses."
Chonk, how much do you weigh?
Close to 300.
Close to 300. I
His
might.
bow weighs another 50.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, plus my 19 arrows too.
How much? How much can these horses carry? Do we have a set number?
They would carry Chonk, but these are human-sized horses. So anyone who is, under 200 pounds, they would carry no sweat. If you're above 200, it would slow the horses down a little bit.
What kind of horses
You'd probably
are they?
need to. They are normal horses, definitely not war horses.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
They're chestnut thoroughbreds, actually.
Chestnut thoroughbreds, mountain vehicles, like a draft horse. No.
Riding
horse?
A riding
Pony?
horse. They're not ponies, but they're not draft horses. You would need like a draft horse to carry Chonk without issue.
Okay.
And maybe
Call 'em
you
riding
too, Ian,
horses.
because you're 250 pounds.
So
Is
okay,
there-
well, are we just gonna call them just? Yeah, they're homebrew horses.
Call them
Horses we can ride.
horses you can ride, not riding horses.
Okay, and then is there any
yes?
sort of like cart or carriage thing we can salvage from the town?
I think we're going to
No,
have to
there's
pick that up. in
there's
the
no
water.
cart from the town, but Waterdeep would have it if you'd like to go there. And with that, Morak says, "Oh, I almost forgot your payment." And he brings you back. Oh, you bringing back Keller? Or are you leaving her there in the cellar for now?
We are taking Kella with us.
Yes.
I assume you've
He's
retied
tied
her up
up?
at this point.
Yes.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
she gagged?
Hmm. I think the
She
gag
is
is
not-
around her neck, in case we need
Okay.
it.
Fair enough. She's not actively like saying anything. She's just kind of pouting at the moment. And with that, Morak brings you over to his inn, and he scrounges around for like the floorboards for a minute, and you're like, "This guy's gone crazy. He's staring at the floor." And then he finds the right one. He hits it, and he pops open the other end of the floorboard, and he digs out 5 reasonably worn, what looks like giant checks to your modern eyes. To your characters, they're just pieces of paper. And he brings them out on the table and he spreads them out and he says, "All right, laddies." And he hands, I guess, Igor a quill, and he says, "Now write your names here, and this will go to the bank of. It's a bank in Waterdeep. Since you guys are headed there, obviously, I don't have however much gold pieces, over 7,000 gold pieces on hand. That would be ridiculous. Oh, my Scottish accent disappeared. Oh well.
So these are bills of credit.
Exactly. You bring these laddies to a bank in Waterdeep, specifically one run by my cousin, Kakrak. And Kakrak will redeem them for you. You'll get your precious gold pieces. And that should be the end of that.
Can
Look
I
it
have
over.
Gilbert write my name? I'm not sure I know how to write or read.
No. You got to come up with your own signature.
I don't believe
Oh.
I have power of the attorney.
Oh,
Gilbert.
can I?
So sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sean?
Chunk, go for it.
Oh, can I roll a perception check to see if I can like?
This would be, let's see.
I don't know how to write.
Yeah, I would say, okay, so are you trying to write your name in print, or are you, like, trying to sign it?
I'm trying to write my name in. Shoot.
In print? If you're trying to write it in print, which is fine, I would say it's an intelligence check
Oh God.
to see how much you know of, like, how much you picked up of the common language, right?
Does our innkeeper have a spare check?
He might, yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Let's go for it.
All right, give me a roll.
It's not 20.
3.
Okay. Wait. Sit down. Come here.
Yes. Okay.
Gilbert, have you heard of this this bank at all?
I imagine I have,
Close
but
your
I
eyes.
will need to inquire with
Left hand.
a higher
Left
power.
hand.
Left
Okay.
hand, right chunk.
Can I like? Okay.
Yeah.
Fist the pen. Don't hold it properly. Fist it.
Okay, you have to fist the pen. That's
That's
right.
right. Fist it.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay, and then right there.
Right there. Okay.
Okay.
See.
Wait, Nathaniel can hear us, and we can hear Nathaniel.
Yep.
Start over.
No. Keep going. You're on H or yeah. You're on O now.
Oh,
Okay. Do it again.
and.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, now you can open your eyes.
Oh,
That's your
Jesus.
signature.
Jesus Christ.
Go. If you want, you can submit that picture. That was pretty fun. I like that. That was a good bit.
Nathaniel, is Gilbert familiar with this financial institution and do these checks check out?
Yeah, these checks check out. There is a water deep banking system, at least in my world, as of right now. There is a banking system in Waterdeep. This all seems legitimate. This isn't ringing any bells. It's not the first time you've been handed a check.
Hey, dude, Gilbert, can you like tell me how like checks work?
Oh, well, it's very simple. You see, most currency is hard currency, and I bring out a coin, and it is good because people agree it has an intrinsic value, but it's very cumbersome to hold, and when you are exchanging large amounts of currency, such as, 7,500 gold pieces, it is often more convenient to have a lighter means of transportation in order to bring your wealth with you without needing to rent carts, with which you would need to hire protection and transportation and whatnot. So merely you get a bank to sign a piece of paper saying, yes, they pinky promise that you do in fact possess these funds. And if you bring them to another financial institution that honors such agreements with the other branch, you'll be able to exchange it for the same amount of currency without all the hassle of transportation.
Dude, that's kind of cool.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't
society.
understand it. Because you can fit, like 16,000 gold pieces in a barrel, and that barrel's like 70 pounds. It's nothing. I don't understand this whole paper currency nonsense.
Well, dude, I weigh like 90 pounds, so
Ben, my beard, I'm telling you, laddies, paper money, it's the future. In
Yeah,
100
whatever.
years, no one's gonna be using coins anymore. We're gonna move off the gold standard, I'm telling you.
Whatever you say, short stuff.
I too dream of a world with sound fiscal and monetary policy.
That world hasn't
Glad we
happened yet.
Maybe one day in the future, aye?
No.
And this one will be live long enough to go see it. And he kind of knocks at the dwarf in your party. And by
dude,
that,
what
I
if
mean
we
go
just
on.
like didn't have money, dude, or like a government? Wouldn't that be kind of like whack, dude?
Oh, watch your
Get the
tongue
fuck out of
there,
here!
boy.
The anarchist bullshit.
Bullshit.
Dude, I'm a
Sounds
bird. I just like
fair.
freedom, man.
All right. So, and with that, I think you guys are all set to take off.
Yes.
Level 5.
I'm gonna call a
Your mom?
5-minute break
Oh,
for some
okay.
water.
First-
And we will reconvene at 1:02, according to, or no, sorry, 16:55.
102.
No, my recording's at 57 minutes right now, so that's what I was going off.
All right, friends.
I'm assuming you guys have never played Risk of Rain.
Oh, I have.
Ah, I have a video for you.
Okay, I'm gonna get food real quick, but I'll look at it when I get back.
All good.
This is an incredible amount of money. You know why? Because it is just the right amount of money to buy yourself a suit of plate mail.
Nathaniel's laughing. You can't hear it, but
Good. Because I'm about
he's
to
laughing.
I'm about to hit that 19 AC, just like you, John.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
Nathaniel thinks you cannot buy plate mail.
Why not?
I never said that.
What the fuck? You're telling me I couldn't find a single set of plate
No,
mail
I'm
in
saying
Waterdeep?
you think you can.
Excuse me. You're telling me that in all of Waterdeep, there's not a single fucking blacksmith with plate mail. Malarkey. Absolute malarkey. But also, we need to buy ourselves some horses.
We sure do. I mean, soon I'll be able to actually fly, which would be nice.
Carriage. I say we buy a couple war horses and a wagon. I think that's a good investment.
Why did you freeze the vodka?
Well, it's not fun.
Freeze the vodka.
Why wouldn't one vodka shouldn't freeze?
I was
Someone's
gonna
been
say.
stealing your liquor.
It's red wine apparently, which
So
That still froze.
I feel like you'd be able to tell.
yeah,
Well,
if
I
someone's
only
replacing
saw the
your
bottle.
vodka with red wine and you can't tell, seek help. I don't know what
Well,
kind, but you need it.
I don't really drink it, so I.
Whose vodka is it then?
It's Sutow's.
Is
We
Sutao
use
an
for cooking
alcoholic?
mostly.
Sutao a low-key alky?
Sutao is an alcoholic, yes.
Cool. I vibe.
The only alcoholic of the household.
What a loser. So Mark and Dylan, I'm not sure if you're
Yes.
there. Dylan's not there. I'm thinking when we get to Waterdeep, pick up a couple war horses and a wagon. Because if we
I
trade,
think on that list we should put the cart before the horse.
what do you mean?
We should get the cart first.
So
Can we just get a cart and tie our 3 horses to it right now, and that'd be good enough?
So here's the thing: our horses don't have stat blocks because they're not
That's
draft. They're not draft horses, and I doubt they're riding horses because if they're riding horses, they move 60 feet a turn, which makes things very confusing as to how fast we're actually moving. But I really. But if
Besides, we're just going on messenger duty. What could we possibly encounter that'll be difficult for
Well,
us?
see, here's the problem though. As it currently stands, one of our companions can't really ride a horse, and I can't really ride a horse either. According to Nathaniel, if you weigh more than 200 pounds, these horses can't carry you. I weigh 266 pounds before my equipment.
At full speed.
Yeah, at full speed, but currently the weakest horse is a pony, and it's 225 pounds, which I couldn't do. A mule can do 420. Riding horses are 480. And if we get 2 of them, so if we get 2 saddles.
I'm sure we can trade in our 3 horses for some amount of value and then get some combination of good horses and a vehicle.
That's what I'm thinking. If we throw,
Hey, Nathaniel.
if we sell our 3 horses, so war horses are probably, I think, our best bet, because draft horses are probably our best bet. We should just stick with the draft horses.
Do we get a cart?
We're probably gonna, I think, a wagon,
Yeah, wagon would be good.
because I think we want good carry capacity. We could buy an elephant. Always an option.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
They're only
if-
300 gold pieces.
I don't
Only
know how
200
well it
would
would
do.
do up north.
Elephants are great at crossing mountains. I've played Civilization.
So if
Yeah,
we
didn't. Or, sorry.
no, you're good. I'm thinking. I'm doing the big thing.
Oh. I was gonna say, didn't it was some like ancient empire? I think it was the Ottoman Empire, or maybe it was the
It was
Mughal
Carthage, wasn't it?
Empire. I was gonna say they crossed some mountain range to fight Alexander the Great on elephants. So
You guys do not
historically,
get war elephants.
Okay. So
why
Nathaniel,
not?
what do you
There
think?
are no war elephants in D&D.
There are war elephants in D&D.
Not in my world, Ian.
Oh,
We're
you can't
gonna
argue with
trade one.
that.
That's fair. That's fair. So you can't say
We
they're not
are
in D&D, but you can say they're not in your world. Nathaniel, since our horses currently don't have like actual stat blocks and they're just kind of somewhere in
Yeah,
between
they're just
horses, how much do you think they are worth?
I don't know, how much is a riding horse worth?
A riding horse is 75 gold pieces, and a draft horse is 50 gold pieces.
I would say these horses are worth 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces, okay.
275. We'll randomize it. How about that?
275.
Yeah, take that spreadsheet. Can't use a spreadsheet when your DM doesn't know how much something's worth, huh? Got him.
No, we're trying to figure out trade and value.
It's a dynamic spreadsheet.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna.
Well, actually, it'd be really interesting if you wrote like the max and the min, and so it calculates the minimum amount of gold you have, the maximum amount of gold you have, and the average.
What?
For like
Is
variable
the
cost
amount of
items.
gold we have a static amount?
Well, if you introduce an item with a variable cost, right? Like this necklace could be worth 500 gold pieces, but it also could be worth 100.
Ah,
Or we could just not put a value in until we get it appraised.
It's true.
An idea. Okay. So here is an idea. So I think we make our way off on our horses.
Do we have manacles?
No, we should pick up some
Manacles?
manacles.
No.
We definitely should pick up some manacles.
So you don't have
What
to
is-
keep using 50 feet of rope to tie people up. So, now that we're all back, right?
Yes.
Yes.
John, you're present.
Of course.
All right,
Where would
perfect.
I go?
True. So you guys set off that afternoon for, I assume, Waterdeep is your first stop.
Yes.
That's going to be because you have to walk because 3 horses with 6 people is just too many because you're also carrying Kella. So you have like some people on the horses, you have like some pack horses, but you're at a walking pace, and so the 10 miles down from Nightstone to the high road takes a couple of hours, and then you get on the way to Waterdeep until you if I find my map somewhere.
Random encounter.
Where the Storm King shows up. Where's my thunder? You sons of bitches,
You
you
get about-
stole it.
Yeah, I will say with the rate of you guys traveling, you get about halfway to Waterdeep before you have to turn in for the night because you left in the afternoon, right?
Yes.
You turn in for the night, you rest up. I'm not going to make you roll perception checks. The next day, you carry on to Waterdeep, and you enter the city at around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So about lunchtime is when you enter Waterdeep. And I don't have a map for this, and I also don't have a ton of research for it. But I will attempt to guide you through what you want as much as possible.
Well, let's spend the whole session here then.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay, so I think our best bet first thing off is to get Mrs. Darkhope situated into a new home? I don't know. There's a euphemism in there somewhere.
Yes. Form the constabulary of her presence.
Yeah, and so you enter from oh boy, I want to.
We enter from the north
I have an
side.
interacted map in front of me right now.
The north.
Ooh.
We're
Yeah.
yeah. North.
So I just found it online, so I'm just gonna blatantly use this.
That's a good map.
You enter from the south gate, and you are in the southern ward. There's tons. I mean, Waterdeep is a huge city. If you look at this interactive map, if you would like to, as you can tell, it's pretty massive. You can find pretty much anything you want here.
oh Jesus. Okay, this is a big map.
It's a big city. Alright.
There's guild halls. There's tanners,
It's not fast enough to load it.
high benches, metal masters, weavers, builders.
So,
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
so do we roughly know where we need to go? Cause if we
Well,
have,
what are you planning on doing first?
we need to find someone to take care of Mrs. Darkhope for us.
That's right. Let's see here. I would say, I don't know, like a sheriff's office,
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So you could find, if you wanted to like go to the castle, or something a bit more advanced than a simple like sheriff house, you would have to do a bit more finagling. They don't just let commoners walk into the castle. But you can easily find a police station, essentially, that might be able to give you maybe not a ransom, but at least a clue where to get one.
I mostly just want her out of our hair.
Right. Okay. You can give her to the police officers if you'd like. That's one option. In which case, you don't really get a reward, because she doesn't actually have a bounty on her, which is something you discover talking to one of the police officers. And you're like, we have this woman. And meanwhile, she's been silent and complacent this entire time. And the police officer tells you, it's like, well, you can check with the bounty guild. And then you go to the bounty guild, and the bounty guild's like, well, we don't have anyone like her that's got a bounty. The Black Network is a group of spies. They're not exactly well known to the public.
Fair enough.
So it makes sense that no one has put up a bounty for her, especially since she explicitly hasn't appeared to do much wrong.
Is there?
And
Hasn't explicitly
Yep.
seemed to have done much wrong.
Yeah, well, she was trying to set up a criminal enterprise in the town of Nightstone. Is there
She
not
tried
like a
to stab me.
that too?
look, you guys can talk all about it, but unless you show me some proof, I'm sorry, I can't just offer you gold.
We
for
have
some
the
random
oh
person.
no, the note fucking says nothing. Shite.
Do
Oh,
you have like a symbol on her or anything? Like, and he kind of looks at Kella and is like, "Do you have?"
I pulled a flying snake off of her. I know it is not off my belt. I know it is not much, but she had this.
You tied it in a knot. Jesus Christ!
Ooh, yeah, it wouldn't stop
I-
biting me.
Rather rocular.
I mean, that again, I'm sorry, but flying snake is not enough proof to incriminate someone and grab a bounty for him. I mean, you could try talking to the police officers. Have you done that? The guards might be able to lock her up.
Sounds rather agreeable.
We could threaten her into a confession.
And at this, Kella kind of like does a little shuffle, as much as she can do while, completely tied up.
We wouldn't want to have to go back in that mind of yours, would we? And I kind of wag my finger at her forehead.
And she's like, I could confess my sins, but no one would listen. They wouldn't believe me, and they wouldn't believe you either.
You
Let's
have an
try.
audience.
Before you go into my mind, and she glares at you, Gilbert, think about how this looks. And she gestures to the man at the bounty table, who is, some like high school student, right?
Didn't we
He's, like,
find a note
17.
on what's his face? Zorn or something? Not Zorn. Yeah, his name started with like a Z sound.
Zolkan.
Zolkan. Didn't we? I could have.
Zolkan Alistar.
I could have sworn we found something on him.
I don't have it in my notes, unfortunately.
Wasn't in the ledger.
Wasn't
Strange
in the
looking
ledger.
wand symbol of Sylvanas. Who's Sylvanas? Sylvanas a bad person? Yeah, it's
Not the World of Warcraft
She's a bad person.
one. Not the World of Warcraft one.
Fine utensils, silver jewel box.
Now it's spelled with an I, not a Y.
I hate to say this, but can we check her for any tattoos?
Are you going to disrobe her?
Yeah, can we
No,
take some
I
of these
cannot
robes
Fulfill
off?
the prophecy. Sean goes up to her,
Fulfill
"I'm gonna
your
finish what I
destiny.
started."
We've been over this.
You can check her. She just shakes her head at Chonk's suggestion. And she's just like, Black Network doesn't have any tattoos. We wouldn't be spies if you could identify us.
She makes a very good point. I must agree with her.
Plus, and she can't point, but she glares at Gilbert and then gestures to the college-age kid who's just kind of like taken aback by a very interesting dynamic that you guys are representing. And she's like, think about what this looks like to this poor fellow over here, right? You probe into my mind and I confess, and then I don't know, they give you gold for a
I'm not
supposed
doing anything
criminal.
right now. I
Oh,
just want
dude,
you to
didn't
confess.
you just say you were like part of the Black Network, like out loud?
Yeah,
like, right now?
you just
Yes, I
openly
feel like-
admitted to it.
You are confessing to these crimes as if that doesn't mean anything.
I didn't confess. I
You-
simply
You said
the-
like I wouldn't be a very good spy if I didn't like have
I
tattoos
said
on
members of the Black Network wouldn't be very good
You said
spies if
we.
they had tattoos on them.
me. You said
I-
we. You said
And she
we.
And she looks at the kid, and the kid just kind of like shrugs, and he's like, I don't know what I heard.
Okay, well,
Look,
if
fellas,
you're not going to take her into custody, we are going to keep her.
all right, fine by me.
All right.
And he turns back to his like book or whatever. You find, asking around the various bounty guilds, they're not just gonna take some random chick, no matter how you attempt to get her to confess. She brings up a good point. From the outside perspective, you guys are hauling around a woman wrapped in rope, and attempting to force her to confess to these bounty guilds. Well, the bounty guilds are seeing it as a group of adventurers want some quick coin, and so they're bringing someone who has no bounty and attempting to get one.
I still think we should just give her to the authorities so she doesn't,
That is always an option.
become a pain in the
Continue
ass for us in
doing
the
bad
future.
things.
Yeah, if they don't take her, then we're going to keep her.
Okay. So you give her to police station. The guards are kind of like skeptical because they have no idea if this person's actually part of the Black Network or not.
Black Network, Zulk, and Alistar, really? None of these ring a bell to you?
Dude, I'm
What did
just
the
a guard.
note? The
I
note
work 8 to
that
5.
the note that was on the snake. What did it say? It was just
It said on our way.
on our way. Fuck.
Hold on a
Nothing
second.
else.
We're in Waterdeep, a city of high magic and mystical marvels. Couldn't we just put her in a zone of truth?
Wait, what is this thing?
Do you have a zone of truth?
Well, no, but we're in a place where that stuff's abundant.
Uh-huh. All right.
Waterdeep, like the first wonder of the world.
I will tell you, you'd be hard pressed to find a wizard that's just willing to cast Zone of Truth,
Good thing
you
it's a
lot.
cleric we need.
or a cleric.
God, if only we knew someone who was a part of a prominent clerical order in the city. God, Gadzooks, Zounds.
If only we had
Very
Bonzo.
strange, isn't it?
If
Yeah.
only we had
He was still
Bonzo.
alive.
My order works with death, not
Truth and justice.
truth.
Yeah. So you give her over to the police room.
If they take her.
They do lock her up. You guys, it's a 5 witness scenario where you're telling her of like she at least threatened one of you with a knife,
No, this
Um,
is too.
and the guard's like, all right, fine, we'll take her. We'll detain her for like 24 hours or whatever.
You can check with the people in Nightstone if you have any questions about the particulars. There's a group of guards who saw it all. Just
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, I mean, if you'll do that, that's fine. But just don't let her out until you check with them.
Ah, all right, fine. And with that, Kella is now out of your hands.
Yes, level 5.
Level
No, not yet.
15. Alright. Let us hit up this bank. Mr. Kakrak.
All right. So you go to find the bank, and is this a tavern? Oh, it's a statue. Oh, that's very interesting. I can't find it on the map, but we'll say it's near the market. There's a tall regal building, stone, like gray stone bricks, some gold trim. It says the Bank of Krakak. It's great. It's spelled with 2 Ks. And you go in, and you go to the teller, and you hand over your notes. And the teller's like, Morax customers. And then the Krakok comes over at the request of the teller, and he scans over the notes, and it all seems right. He kind of scratches his head at Chonk's signature, and kind of looks up at Chonk and is like, "Is this supposed to be your writing?"
Smile and nod.
All right, fair enough. I suppose I've seen worse signatures. And with that, he processes the payments, and you each get 1,500 gold pieces.
Oh, fantastic.
It
It is already
Perfect.
in the spreadsheet, boys.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna be right back and see why my dog is nonstop barking.
Good luck, don't get shot.
I'll try.
While we're by the market, right?
Yes, you're by the market.
While we're there, can I look around, see if I can find like an armorer per se, maybe?
Yeah, there's a couple of blacksmiths advertising their wares.
Oh, fantastic. I'm looking to see if I can find myself a set of plate mail. Not plate
Yes,
mail,
you
just
could.
plate.
Just plate. How much will that run you? 1,500 gold pieces.
1,500 gold pieces is the standard price for plate mail.
Yeah. In the city, it'll be a little more expensive.
A little more expensive. How much more expensive?
I'm gonna say 1,650 gold pieces.
1,650 gold pieces.
They're overcharging you a bit because it's like, competition and all of that. And
Yeah.
you think it would be undercharging, but they globally overcharge in Waterdeep.
Okay, so
because
1,650. So I need
cities.
100. Can anyone spare me 75 gold pieces? I want some better armor. I got 775 gold pieces for my chainmail. I'm just
We have-
75 gold pieces short. I don't want to take party funds without asking.
There seems to be 233 free gold coins just kind of sitting up there in the ledger. I'm sure you could tap into some of those.
Okay, fantastic. I'm going to sell the man my chainmail in like a part of the trade.
Is
Okay.
this the broken chainmail or the functional chainmail?
This is the good chainmail I got from my good boy, not Bonzu, Uznab. Yep, that's the one.
Uznab.
From Uznab. So it's not corroded. So I'm
Okay.
gonna sell
You'll sell it. I will say half price, 35 gold pieces.
35 gold pieces. Okay, so let me pull out the calculator so I do this right. So
And
it's
you're lucky that you're selling it to a blacksmith, someone that might actually buy something you're giving them,
minus
I'm
one.
as
back.
opposed to a shopkeep, which would not just buy something you're selling.
Okay, so I'm gonna boom, sell him that, and
There
then
were
I'm going
lots
to
of trade goods and shopkeepers, but not big cities. You're right.
Oh.
That's fair.
What'd you just sell him?
I sold some chainmail.
Guys, it's hot.
Your damaged one?
No, the good one that you gave me.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay? God damn it.
I don't need it.
All right, cool.
John.
23 minus 115 is 118.
okay.
I'm going to turn that to 118, and then I'm going to get rid of Bop,
That's
get
true.
rid of that. And now your boys got plate mail. Yes.
I don't have a list prepared for what you can buy. And where do I? God, is there D&D Beyond equipment?
If you just go, player's handbook equipment is better because it.
And also,
categorizes it.
player's handbook equipment. Suta, if you want to grab that, and you can look at all of the stuff you can buy. Some of this obviously won't be available, like an antimatter rifle.
Unfortunate.
And a couple of things might be harder to find and might dramatically increase in price.
How much?
Can we
Sorry.
assume that we can liquidate all our goods that have a gold piece value attached to them?
Yes, take off 10% from the total.
Oh, mercy. Okay, let me get my calculator.
Um,
Do we want to sell the $750 gold ring from the dead noble lady, or keep that just in case?
let's keep it just in case.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, is it like a signet ring or is it like a fancy gold ring that a husband would buy his wife?
It's a very fancy wedding ring. One that would be worth 750 gold.
Okay. So, is it worth? I already spent all my money, but I'm gonna ask anyways. Is it worth attempting to silver weapons yet, or do you think we should just wait?
I didn't hear what you said. You cut out for me.
Oh, sorry. Do you think it's worth?
Silvering weapons.
Yeah.
It's 100 gold pieces to silver a weapon. Or 10 pieces of ammunition for 100 gold pieces.
Why can't you silver a bow? God, this game's awful.
Like a Monster Hunter, where you add coatings to the arrows, and then your bow does elemental damage, not based on the arrows. It's great.
I already spent my
Uh,
money, so if someone says no, it's not worth it, I'm not even going to attempt to. But
Wait, how much more effective are silver weapons?
so silver, some creatures are resistant to damage that is not from magical weapons,
Okay.
And some of those creatures that are resistant to non-magical weapons are like silvering them considers them magical for overcoming some of those resistances.
Right. Notably, werewolves are immune to all
Yeah.
damage except.
It's
Silver
werewolves
weapons.
is a prime example. So if you take a normal hand axe and you chop at a werewolf, it's gonna do nothing. If you take a silvered hand axe and you chop at a werewolf, it'll do normal damage. I'm looking for opinions here because I already spent my money.
Um,
I think it would be a decent investment, but I don't need to do it.
And
yeah.
a weapon +1. How much does that cost? 500, I think.
I think we
Uh,
said 500 before.
Yeah, but if we're looking at sane magical prices PDF by... Give it a second while it loads. Don't worry, Mark. I'm going to undercut the prices so Nathaniel gives us a good deal.
Jesus.
I guess while they're looking at that, all Gilbert wants to do in town is find someone to look at the strange-looking wand and see if he can gain
yes, of
access
course.
to a library to try to look for wizard ritual spells that he can put in his book.
25
Again,
gold pieces for a +3 weapon.
Wait.
Yeah,
No.
no. I'm saying it's 500 gold pieces for a +1 weapon, and that's all you can reasonably buy at Waterdeep. They
What
won't
is-
sell you a better one.
What is a +1 weapon?
It adds
It means
+1
you have
to your
+1 to
damage.
attack and damage rolls. Right?
Oh. Okay. Is that weapon or ammunition?
It's a weapon.
You can do it to
Okay.
both, though. You can get +1 ammunition and +1 weapon.
You could do it to both, but when you lose +1 if you lost like a +1 arrow, you lose it forever.
If you fire
sense.
+1 ammo.
Can I see if there's anyone willing to sell me some very big arrows? I only need one.
There would be a smith willing to sell you a very big arrow. I'll say
the
it's
price,
for one,
For one, I only need one.
5 gold pieces.
Sweet.
Do
I'll
they
take
just
it.
take a javelin and snap it over their knee? Here you go.
And they add some feathers to the back of it. There's a little bit of effort thrown in. Mark,
Um,
for you. Oh, sorry, Don. I'm gonna do Mark first.
yeah. no.
Mark, you try to find a person identifying the wand. It's kind of hard. There's a lot of people that say they can identify it, and then you give them, like, you offer them 100 gold pieces, and then you kind of give them a second look, and it's like, oh, these people aren't actually like identifiers; they're just random street merchants. However, you do manage to find somewhere in like the North Ward, if I can click on it, a shop, Bookworm's Treasure. It's a small library. It looks like it's bigger on the inside. That's pretty cool. It's a neat little magical trick. And as you enter it, the owner rather eccentrically offers several exorbitantly priced magical swords or magical scrolls and whatnot. You know, 3rd level spells for 500 gold pieces. But he sees that you want the wand, and he offers to identify it for you. And I'm going to look up prices, identifying prices in 5e. So you're hiring them because they can cast Identify. I'm going to say for a weapon like this, it's going to be $500 gold pieces in order to identify it.
I muted myself again. Nathaniel, could I just buy a spell scroll of Identify and then put it in
You
my book so
could.
I always have it?
Yes, you can. How much does Identify cost?
That's a
It's a
great question.
first level spell scroll, however much you want to say that costs.
I
I mean, there are
cost
rules that exist,
something.
but they're
I was gonna
vague.
say,
Not much.
I believe they. Yeah, it's not much.
30 copper.
30 copper. So we'll say 3 gold pieces. Yes, you can buy. For the shop, it's 10 gold pieces. They are exorbitantly charging.
Nathaniel, you are aware
um,
that price I just threw out was a complete joke, right?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll say 10 gold pieces for the scroll of Identify, and you can scribe it into your book. That's fine.
Okay.
The reason, and the shopkeep tells you this, the reason it costs 500 gold to identify this is you need to be very high level in order to identify this thing.
What?
Which I believe I fucking muted myself on
Just do both. Do
my
both.
recording. Yes, because A, they're charging you, and B, the weapon emits a magical aura, which the shopkeeper recognizes as an aura of magical, not immunity, but absorption. So you have to be careful in identifying it.
Okay.
Would you be willing to spend the money?
So it's 500 gold to get it identified by this dude because I couldn't identify it on my own.
Yes.
I mean, hey, I'll pay it.
All right. So you have managed to find. Let me pull up the stat block. It is called a Rod of Cancellation.
Oh.
Did someone rearrange all the... Oh, Mark liquidated.
This dreaded rod is the bane to magic items, for its touch drains an item of all magical properties. The item touch must make a DC 23 will save to prevent the rod from draining it. If a creature is holding it at this time, then the item can use the holder's will save and bonus of its own. In such cases, contact made by making a melee attack roll. Upon draining the item, the rod itself becomes brittle and cannot be used again. Drained items are only restorable by wish or miracle.
Holy shit. Where did we... This was
It's,
the one we found in the Goblin Cave?
Yes.
Yep, in the chest.
What?
It's worth 11,000 gold pieces, give or take.
11,000?
Oh, let's just get rid of it. Sell it. We need the gold. Yeah.
If you can find the right person to sell it to. This is a... Like, you guys, like, the shopkeep identifies it for you, and he's eccentric to the point where it doesn't really look like he cares that much about what he identifies. But he tells you when he hands it back, it's like, this is what it is. I would be careful wielding this. It's pretty beefy. And upon realizing what it is, you guys as 4th level adventurers, almost 5th level, you wouldn't have the greatest idea on the capabilities of this rod, you know, in terms of like us outside the game know it's like this can take away the hand of Vecna. Right? There's no limit to its power, theoretically. But it's like, this rod's bad news. Selling
Indeed.
it might not be the best option. You could still sell it, but it is very powerful. Kind of like selling an RPG in the middle of the city. I don't know.
Are you sure
we'll hold on to that for now, I think.
Mark, are you sure you added up the gold correctly? Because it seems like we're down a lot.
Yeah,
You
we're
said
down like
take
4,000.
10% off.
Oh, you
Should
said
take
10% off. There it is.
But we should still be at like 8,000 though, shouldn't we?
No, we had
We
10,000.
spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already spent 2,000.
Oh, so we have.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. That was that 10%.
And then
is
how
what
much
I
was it
lost.
to just get the spell scroll, Nathaniel?
The spell scroll is 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces, okay. And I'll just buy all the inks and stuff I need for that, which I assume I can do.
Yeah, just look in the player's handbook for that stuff.
Thank you. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Dylan.
So can you +1 and silver a weapon?
I don't see why not.
Is there a reason to? Because if you +1 it, is it considered magical?
That
I
is
guess so.
true. But silvering does things that are different. Let me
I
look up werewolves.
think objectively speaking, everything a silver weapon can do, a magic weapon can do better.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so it's a werewolf is immune from non-magical attacks made with silver, not made with silver weapons. So
So-
magical attacks unsilvered would still work. So yeah,
Cool.
silvering is just a cheaper version of magicking. It looks like.
Well, I would like to silver my weapon. Not silver, +1 my weapon. I got this.
500 gold pieces, and you'll be good to go.
Boys, I want to +1 my weapons, but I have 2 of them, and I've already spent all my gold. Whoa,
Does anyone else
what
want
happened?
to?
We just gained
Oh,
money.
Yeah.
The
you
wand was
didn't
worth how
Sell
much?
the rod.
11.
11,000.
11,000. Let's take this number, go, and just put it over here.
Sutao, would you also like to +1 your weapon? 500 gold pieces.
I would not. No.
Okay. John, I don't think you have a weapon. You can +1. Oh, you have like your staff, right?
Dude, I got like
Spear.
a spear.
Ah. Do you want to +1 that?
I would love to +1 it, dude.
All right. 500 gold pieces.
Yeah, buckaroo.
And how much are we saying for like potions of like healing and stuff?
Depends. Which ones?
I don't care any of them.
So you could find pretty easily potions of greater healing, and I have no idea how much those should be worth.
Should we check sane magic prices again?
I have it up, but if we want to.
I'm gonna say, I don't know, 10 gold pieces per potion. There's only so many you can carry, obviously.
How many can we buy?
Or is that super cheap? I don't know.
Extremely cheap.
Very.
I'm gonna 100 gold pieces.
So a potion of healing, according to sane magic pricing, which is the straight potion of healing, is 50 gold pieces.
What's the greater healing?
Greater healing is 150.
All right, 50 pieces for a 2d4, 150 for 4d4.
I'll buy 3 potions of greater healing.
Look at this
Alright.
man. Look at this man.
That'll be
450.
yes, 450.
I need to apologize. I was doing bookkeeping when you said the prices for those.
Sane
50
magic
for-
pricing.
Yeah.
What is it, Dylan?
50 for 2d4, 150 for 4d4.
Okay.
I would like
Two
2
of those.
great potions of greater healing.
All right, 300 gold pieces.
Same for me.
Sovereign glue. All right.
Oh God. Is there sovereign glue for sale?
I've gone through 800, so
Yeah, so you can't buy anything that's rare on this thing, I will say. Or if you can't, or if you really, really want to, it'll be very difficult to find. But anything that's uncommon or common, feel free to purchase.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Are blow darts a thing?
think it
Yes.
is.
Written, maybe? Yeah, because there is a
Martial-
blowgun.
Yeah.
Or is it blow
It's a
gun?
martial weapon.
Martial weapon does 1 piercing damage, has the loading property, a range of 25 feet, long range 100.
Interesting. I don't know if that's worth it for me. I probably is not, but I was thinking, because then you could like put acid and stuff on it. But I think I'll just keep my 700 gold pieces for now.
Damage 1. Wow.
Oh,
It's meant to be
could I
poisoned.
buy like some vials of poison or something?
Yeah. If I saw a potion of poison. Yeah, so it's 100 gold pieces for a single potion. And with the size of your arrows, you can probably only coat 1 or 2 arrows with the bottle of poison you buy. Just because, they're massive.
How much are goggles of night?
Oh yeah, can I get binoculars?
Could I also get binoculars or like a spyglass?
Okay, yeah, no. A spyglass, that's fair. Maybe 10 gold pieces for a non-magical one. That's fine.
1,500 gold pieces for goggles of night. That's some bullshit.
Y'all just keep going. I gotta go see to my dog.
Okay. A necklace of fireballs. All right. 7,800 gold.
Wait, okay, so a telescope, or not telescope, a spyglass would run me 10 gold.
10 gold.
All right, updating the ledger.
What the fuck is this? Icewind Dale? That's weird. The Orc Stone.
Oh, are we tracking gold expenditure on
Yes.
like the Morag thing?
Yeah, if you...
Just like claim one of the 1500s and then you can take it out of that.
Okay, I need to put it back in the gold I need to add 15 to the gold pieces then, since I've been taking it out of there.
Game-changing items. +1 armor.
Honestly,
How about adamantine armor?
Isn't that the one that makes you immune to damage?
crits.
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 Pretty fucking big.
500 gold. Uncommon.
No,
It's-
you can't buy it here. Not yet. You're not high
I
enough
tried.
level to get into that shop.
They check your ID. Ooh, only 4th level. Damn.
It's unfortunate.
Man, I got you. Gave you guys a deal. Should have double charged you for that +1 weapon.
We
Yes.
didn't comment.
Yeah. Of course you didn't.
I really want to +1 my weapons.
But you don't have any money.
The party has money.
Can't +1 my fists. It's so sad.
I mean,
There is a
could-
weapon for that.
Is it
What?
brass knuckles?
No, there's a magic weapon that gives you +1 to unarmed attacks.
as one of
Oh.
our main damage dealers, I feel like it'd be beneficial to take from the party funds to +1 your weapons.
As long as everyone else was
Yeah.
okay with it.
yeah,
That
I'm
works
not
for
gonna
me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm away from Mark.
Yeah.
And it is still 500 gold per weapon. I'm keeping that price. Won't charge you 1,000.
Insignia of the Claw, uncommon item. Cult of the Dragon, flare with purple light, empowering your natural fists. When wearing this weapon, you gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with unarmed strikes and natural weapons. Such attacks are considered magical.
Is it uncommon?
It's an uncommon item. It is not on sane magic prices because it
No,
is
it's
from
not.
Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Ah. Well, John, if you really wanted to buy that,
How much is it?
1,000 gold.
I don't have the money.
Well, that's a rip.
I would have done that.
How
other
much?
than that's okay.
What?
Okay,
Instead
so
of buying.
so
what,
here's
health
here's what
potion?
we could do.
Here's
Here's what I'm thinking.
Maybe, but
If you use the 690 from yours, you could take party funds as well and top it off with party funds. Or we could drain the party funds and then you could top off with your personal funds.
Mhm.
Let's wait for Mark before we make big decisions with
Yeah,
money that's
gotta
technically.
wait for our
Yeah.
person who controls the ledger.
Person
Um,
who controls the ledger.
Is there any higher quality leather armor I could maybe obtain?
Well, you could
Not-
buy
not
a
for our
different set of
budget.
armor.
Studded
But
leather.
for your budget, chonk, 1,400 gold pieces, you could buy +1 armor.
How much would that cost me?
It would be 1,500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Dog has been subdued.
Actually, it's rare, technically. So, no, you couldn't.
You could buy
Although +1 armor
you
is ridiculous for being rare.
+1 a +1 to your AC is pretty fucking huge. You could buy
Yeah, that's
studded
true.
leather for 45, which gives you 12 plus your dex, which is better than your 11 plus dex. Mark,
Yes.
Making
me and
plays.
John were looking into buying some +1 stuff. I would have to take straight from party funds. The idea was we drain the 1,900 we have in party funds, and then he tops off that 1,900 to 2,000, and we both end up with +1 weapons.
That sounds like a decent investment.
Okay. Is that a yes? Because you're the one person we. Okay. Boom. It's done. Actually, Control Z. John, take
Put-
38 coins
Yeah.
out of your share.
Yeah.
Boom.
Mental
Ian
math.
Ford's gonna give himself a
Actually,
+1 battle axe and a +1 war pick.
never mind.
Ian, you bought 2 +1
Yes.
weapons?
They're
Battle
1,000
axe and
total.
wolfpack. Okay. Making sure. All right.
Can I swap
you can.
out that how much can I sell my leather armor for?
Not a lot.
10 gold pieces.
Maybe
is
a
the s-
gold.
10
10
gold
gold pieces of sell price.
is no. That's how much it costs. So probably 5 or whatever. the fuck
I
you
would say you've been wearing it a lot. I mean, maybe you could. Here's the thing: leather isn't incredibly reusable.
It's true.
It's not like steel, like chainmail, where you can just smelt it down, because it's cut to shape. And so the blacksmith would probably offer you 3 gold pieces for a piece of used leather armor.
Can I bargain for higher?
You can try.
Is that a
6 intelligence. I'm ready for this one.
would
It
that
would
be
be
a
a,
wisdom, charisma?
It would be a persuasion. It would be a persuasion check.
Oh, I have +4 in that. Let's go.
God.
Not many words, but dang,
I have to.
persuasive with them.
I have to go to the
Uh,
bathroom. I'll be
Those
right back.
eyebrows.
What was
How
that,
does-
Suta?
What does a 7 get me?
Well, they rolled a 3. So I'm not gonna force you to roleplay this because I don't know how to roleplay losing to you in an argument of selling it. But they'll give you 5 gold pieces for it.
All right, let's go. All right, I'll take it. And how much would studded leather armor get? How much would that cost?
45 gold pieces. According
Is
to
there any better version of leather armor I can get?
no, I think that's.
That's about it, I think.
All right, I'll take it. Can I bargain for a lower price on the studded leather armor?
You can try.
All right, let's go one more time, baby. Oh, I rolled a nat 1. Oof.
Yeah, it actually cost 50 gold pieces now.
Fuck.
You really
fine.
fucked up that negotiation.
Fine. Fine.
Suta, what's your dex modifier?
+2.
So if you wanted to go more, so studded leather is 12 plus your dex modifier, right?
Yep.
So for you it would be 14.
Yep.
And it doesn't have a maximum. So if you had 3 plus 3 dex or plus 4 dex,
Yep.
it would be that much higher. You
Yep.
could go medium armor if you have proficiency in it.
Nope.
Which would give you like 15 plus dex to a maximum of 2. If you
Would-
wanted to go that route.
I don't have proficiency in medium armor, unfortunately.
Well, then you're shit out of luck.
Yep.
I studded leather it is.
Studded leather.
Who has the Rod of Cancellation on their person?
I assume
I assume
you
Igor.
did, or Igor would work too, but
I mean, listen, Gilbert will take it. If anyone has a compelling reason to have it, go ahead.
I feel like you'd be the one to have it. But
What'd you guys buy?
he got studded leather.
Nice.
They're discussing who carries the rod of cancellation.
I would definitely say Gilbert.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I cannot logically think of a better answer.
Yeah, there's no reason anyone else should have it.
Like, it'd be funny to give it to Chonk just to see what happens, but...
Oh, I would probably break it. Don't do that.
Hit someone with it.
Yeah, you hit someone with it.
What happens
Mark-
if you, like, hit a golem with it?
Well, it's a club, I think, or it's a wand technically. So I think it's not that much damage.
But nothing would happen if you touched it to a golem?
Well, I'm sure we'll
its
find
touch
out if we ever do
drains
that.
an item of all magic properties. So if you hit a golem with it, it would drain the golem of magic properties. It would also break the wand in the process.
Poor Cook.
It does say contact is made with a melee weapon roll.
Oh, good.
And any magic item it touches. So it doesn't look like
A golem would count.
you have to activate it. It looks like it touches a magic item and it happens.
Duly
Okay.
noted.
I would keep that in mind.
Wait.
when you shove it into
Nathaniel, what is a poisoner's kit?
It's a kit used to make poisons.
Can I? Okay, I have a proficiency in a poisoner's kit, so can I buy a poisoner's kit?
Yeah, sure.
How much would that run me?
10 gold pieces.
Sweet, I'll do it. Oh, actually, can I bargain for a
No,
lower
this
price?
this store does not bargain.
Ah,
Nathaniel, I have a question for you.
Yes, John.
Now, you said Sutao and I could have a spy class for 10 gold pieces.
Yes, 10 gold pieces.
Now I'm out here looking at what a spyglass does, and it says
Uh-huh.
1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, well, no, this is like
well, it's a
pair of
telescope, right?
binoculars. No, not a telescope.
Oh, sorry,
It's
a spyglass.
it's a pair of binoculars that has been cut in half, and it's not like magical. You can just look far with it.
Okay.
I don't see why it would be worth more than 10 gold pieces. Maybe in the D&D world, like fastening glass in that way is really convoluted and
Have you
difficult.
ever...
Yeah, it's just lens
Mm.
crafters, but
But in my world, there are capable lens crafters.
It's that Luxottica monopoly.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay, so with a poisoner's kit, I can make poisons, right?
That's true.
How much are the raw ingredients to make poisons?
It doesn't it say somewhere?
Yes.
Poisoner's kit should also come with some stuff.
hmm
It comes with
Poisoner's
stuff to
kit
make
includes vials, chemicals, and other equipment necessary for the creation of poisons. Proficiency allows
there
you
you
to use your proficiency.
Sweet.
stuff. It comes with the stuff to make it.
But how much of the stuff to make it?
I don't know how much poison you can make with it. I don't know, a vial or two.
A basic poison.
Not a lot.
A basic poison is. Where is it? Poison basic is worth 100 gold pieces. So. I think usually it's like half of the sale price is how much you need in materials.
I'll buy it for now. For now, Sutab will say you have enough to make a complete bottle of potion of poison.
Okay.
And if you wanted to make more, you'd have to spend 50 gold pieces gathering ingredients.
Or
Can I spend
scavenge gold.
100 gold pieces gathering poison ingredients?
Yes, you can.
Sweet.
As a bulk discount, it's only 99.
Oh, sweet.
Look at that.
That means I get 31.
And I guess while we're in water deep, if this is going to go nowhere, Nathaniel, just tell me no. Can I
No.
go? Hey, can I go to a library and be like, "Yo, what's the Nightstone?"
Let me look through the notes. Give me a
You
second.
can tell me that, Mark. There's no freaking way. A public library here is going to say, "Yeah, kid, go ahead."
It's not a public
Can
library.
I go to a public library and see if Gilbert's actually a published author?
They won't have them in public libraries. That's for like academia libraries. They don't have scientific journals in most public libraries. This is for
I'm
the
only
university.
going to public libraries.
Yeah, you don't see anything in public libraries.
Ah, Gilbert lied to me.
Mark.
Mhm.
No.
Okay.
Nightstone's a pretty small town.
Damn, maybe we should ask the people in Nightstone.
We did. They didn't know anything.
Oh, yeah, they didn't.
weren't
They were
very
just like,
helpful.
"Wow, it's a nice rock. I don't know why it's there."
It's
Yeah,
named the
well, it's
town
not there
after it.
anymore.
Sure, it's important.
Did they name the town after the rock or the rock after the town?
They named the town after the rock.
Okay.
Did they just
alright.
see a rock in the middle of an island in like a river, and they were
Well,
like,
it was a
"Wow."
man-made. It was a man-made moat.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
Are we all done with shopping? Last
Um,
calls.
I think as a group we need to buy some stuff.
Oh, yes.
Like
We
carts
need
and
horses.
horses.
Yeah. So for anyone above 200 pounds, it'll be a draft horse, which I
We're-
think is bigger than a riding horse.
We're looking to buy a cart.
A cart. It's
Yes,
not a magic
because-
item. I don't have it. I don't have it
With
It's
the
in
advantage of
Chapter 5 equipment of the
technology.
player's handbook.
All right. Vehicle. Those are waterborne vehicles. Okay. Drawn vehicles. A cart. 15 gold pieces
More of a
for
wagon.
200 pound carry weight. A carriage would be 100 gold pieces for 600 pounds of carry
Oh,
weight.
I meant wagon. I think
A wagon would be 35 gold pieces for 400 pounds of carry weight.
It does not have 400 pounds of carry weight. It weighs 400 pounds.
Oh, it weighs 400 pounds.
And it
That's right.
allows us, and a vehicle allows us to multiply the carrying capacity of an animal by 5 times. So let's real quick, I'll add up our weights. We need to figure this out. This is the real nitty gritty stuff that fucking D&D is all about. Am I right, people?
Nathaniel, how much do I weigh?
That's right.
John, you weigh around 90 pounds.
Okay.
Give or
Sounds
take.
good.
Okay.
Nathaniel,
So
how much do I weigh?
John, Mark, you weigh 140.
plus
I have a
100.
number, but how much do I weigh?
You're a dwarf, with or without your full plate, or with or
I
without
don't
your
have
chain.
With?
Let's just do character weights and then we can add our equipment weight after.
Okay.
Because
Fair
equipment weight we have a stat number for.
Dylan,
Alright.
you weigh 120 pounds. Is that really light for a dwarf?
That's pretty light for a dwarf.
Let's just
I'm
go
gonna
with it.
say
It's too late he said it.
175.
Damn it. plus.
Okay, Nathaniel, how much
Fine.
do I weigh?
Oh god, we're doing this game. Sutao, you weigh 293 pounds.
Sweet, I'll take it.
293. Okay, so we weigh as a group. We weigh 964 pounds. All right, let's start adding equipment weights up. D&D Beyond.
We're really doing this.
We are doing it, Mark. unless Nathaniel's just gonna say, because he was mentioning equipment weight, like carrying capacity of these animals, so that's why I'm doing it.
Okay. Look, you can get a wagon and a draft horse, and that's fine.
Let's get 2 draft horses then.
Okay,
Yes.
2 draft horses and a wagon.
Okay.
That's 100 gold
Okay.
pieces for
So
the
that's
horses.
5,000 pounds of
and
carry capacity. That should be more
35
than
gold
enough.
pieces for the wagon.
135 gold
135.
pieces.
Plus the 3 horses you have.
We're selling the horses. Selling
Okay, you're
the 3
selling the
horses.
horses. You get 150 gold for the 3 horses.
So that means we are up 25 gold pieces.
Sweet. Put it in the ledger, baby.
No,
Wow,
up 15
gold
pieces. We're up 15
135.
pieces.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll
If you
add that.
suit out
It's
anyone
already added.
above 200 pounds who wants to ride a horse would have to get a draft horse or a war horse.
Wait, what animals are they selling here?
We have the cart.
Riding
we, don't-
horses.
we,
draft
have, we have
horses.
the wagon. We got the wagon, so we don't
Oh,
need
you're just gonna
individual.
ride all the wagon. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the point of getting everyone's weight.
Okay. 2 draft horses and a wagon. There you go.
Okay, so up
Um,
15 gold.
We'll take it.
You guys are gonna hate me for the next part of this book.
God,
Oh,
no.
are we like
No,
in
we're
the
committed.
mountains?
Yeah,
We
we are
are
committed.
so
We're committed. I
We
took
are
proficiency in land vehicles and animal handling for this. Dude, I am so ready.
Oh.
It's a
Let's
sky
do it.
campaign. It's a sky campaign.
Dude, where's my cart?
Give me a second.
Oh, no.
You guys hear that?
No,
Yeah.
no, I think
That
that's you.
Nice.
Yeah, it's coming out of my mic.
God.
This is great. I'm glad. I'm glad we
I
did
bet
this.
it's an underwater campaign. That's what I think it is.
We're taking this cart everywhere. Oh, we found a deep mine that goes thousands of feet underground. Better bring the cart.
I
The cart.
don't think it's that uncommon to find carts in mines.
Well, I don't
Well,
think it's this. It's a wagon though. Mark.
Different.
It's like a
kind of card.
covered wagon.
No. We'll turn into a Donkey Kong Country level. It'll be great.
Ah.
Can we get different wheels so we can just like put it on minecart tracks?
This is a
Oh,
fantastic question.
that'd
Can
be
we
smart.
get off-road wheels for our wagon? Let's invent rubber.
Are we members of AAA?
Okay,
Yes, we are.
ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Are we all done shopping?
I think we should name our cart because we're going to have it for a while.
Bertha.
Bertha. All right.
Yep. Bertha the cart.
Okay. So you set off after a hearty day's worth of shopping, maybe 2.
Yep.
Thoroughly shopped out. Fuck. Okay.
They did hear the scream off of my mic.
It was really good.
It was good. I'm glad.
My apologies. I'll scream quieter next time.
I was entertained.
So, so you guys go and you leave the water deep,
With Bertha.
and you're it's about midday on the second day of travel, mixing water deep, when in the distance, those of you with higher than 10 passive perception, notice a funny looking, what you thought was a cloud originally.
Oh no.
Oh god.
But as it gets closer, it's a tower made of white stone with black braces on it and edge trim. And it's wearing this silly looking wizard's hat. Very traditional blue with gold stars on it and moons and such. This tower is easily 100 feet tall, maybe 120 feet tall. And it's kind of floating towards you. Would anyone like to do anything? In fact, who's driving the cart right now?
I think I am.
You forward. Yeah.
Because you have proficiency. All right, give me a perception check to see how much detail you can make out.
That's a 15.
Do you want perception on everyone or just?
Well, I imagine the rest of you are riding like in the wagon.
Anyone hit
Yeah.
sitting shotgun with me?
It's covered again.
Or shooting shotgun with you. Yeah. Ian, you'll notice exactly what I described, and it's approaching quicker than a little faster than a cloud typically moves. Certainly not blazing fast, but faster and blimp.
reach my hand behind me inside the wagon and just knock on the back of it. Something. I'm not really sure.
Is it a covered
Can I
wagon?
give?
It's a cover.
I was imagining a covered wagon. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Full blown
Oh,
Oregon
dude,
Trail in this
what
bitch.
is it?
There's a tower in the sky.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, sky tower.
No, you gotta
No,
listen.
no, sky
I-
tower. You
I
just
am
look.
from the sky.
Yeah.
There's no way that there is a tower.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry, but did we not just come from a town that got attacked by literally a floating cloud, like a fortress in the sky, and you are now doubting whether or not there's a tower in the
John,
sky?
you look outside. There's a tower in the sky.
God, there's a tower in the sky.
Yeah.
Cumulonimbus cloud.
It's actually Mark.
Oh, my apologies.
I say we just kind of keep on keeping on.
Do we want?
Do we
to-
know for
But-
like it's coming towards us, right? Like, am I crazy?
Is it
Does
coming?
appear to be.
Is it
How
coming
far away is it?
towards us, or are we just happen to going in the opposite direction of it?
It's coming towards you.
Okay.
Dylan,
There's
your
a wizard
question.
hat on top?
It's hard to tell distance at this point. Close enough where you can see details on the tower, maybe a mile away.
Not far enough to try to hide.
No. I would. Well, you could try.
What's the call?
Well, potentially, and hear me out. This is a wizard's tower, judging by the wizard hat, and a wizard tower usually comes with a wizard. And if we were to talk to this wizard, we may, I don't know, find out some just interesting things. Could be fun.
We could also be assailed by boulders.
So are you insinuating that there's two floating castles?
I don't see why not.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
besides,
Is
this is
the
not a cat,
castle
this is a
wearing a wizard's hat?
The
That's what I
villagers described a castle. This looks like a tower. They also did not mention a wizard's hat.
Oh,
I
it's
was
a-
gonna say
It's
hi.
in the skies.
It's also
It is in the
Getting
sky,
closer.
flying.
Can I use my spyglass and see if I see any more detail?
yeah,
That $1,000
Give me a
spyglass you got for
perception
$10.
1,000 gold spyglass.
It's just one of those fake.
Wow.
jokes.
That, my friends, is a natural one.
Hey.
But with the
John,
spyglass,
you're using it backwards.
it's like golf rules.
I am. It's.
It looks really tiny through like the angle you're looking at, and you're not quite sure how the spyglass works.
Can I
You think you
also?
got-
Dude, Gilbert, is it going farther away now, dude?
Oh, you,
You see an enormous tower floating on a billowy cloud 1,000 feet overhead. The tower must be hundreds of feet tall. Feet? Whatever. And its spire looks strangely like a pointy wizard's hat. As the tower drifts closer, stairs made of clouds begin to form underneath it and descend toward it.
oh, I really would like to go.
I would join you.
These stairs are human-sized and safe for travel. You can step on them, and it's like stepping on a stair made out of grass. There's a little bit of give, but it's solid.
They're not giant-sized stairs.
Dude,
I
what
say it's
about
pretty
we're
big.
leaving like Bertha behind, dude?
Okay,
We'll come back.
we
Bertha's never let me down yet. I don't see why they won't be there when we're back.
God damn it.
Are there like trees nearby?
There
Like,
are.
Yeah,
Can
let
we
us.
hide Bertha in the trees?
Yeah, we are going to bring cart off the side of road.
Oh, of course, of course. Pardon me.
Okay. All right. So, who's the first person to climb the stairs?
Question.
Dude, I'll go first.
Question.
Restrain Gilbert to get up there.
Here's the question. Do we wait to see if someone comes down before we, say, break and enter into Strange Castle?
Dude, we're not breaking anything.
They let the stairs down for us. That tends to
I
mean
said-
go.
I say they invited us.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I go
So,
tie up
again,
the
who is
horses.
climbing the stairs first?
I want to climb the stairs first, or I race Gilbert, whichever comes first.
I think we're racing up like small children.
Okay. Which, one of you both of you give me an athletics check.
Oh, good.
Why is it strength for speed?
No,
See,
that's
one
not what
second.
I'm doing. Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, marginally better.
17.
18.
What the fudge? I'm a monk.
I've read
So,
about this
John-
once.
John,
He's so excited.
you were doing it like you were taking it easy on Gilbert, and then you tripped once, and it like threw off your entire rhythm. And for like the next 100 steps, you just kept tripping.
This one's
Normally, you
up
would
to
have beaten him, but Gilbert does manage to get up there. Miraculously, both of you score above a 15 while sprinting up these stairs, so you don't fall off.
Oh,
These stairs are 1,000 feet up, and although wide, it's you look down and you get like a real sense of vertigo. Like it's not. Like I don't know if you've ever like seen a 1,000-foot drop before. Shit's
a lot.
like city skyscrapers are like 300 feet tall.
Oh boy.
So this
Mark.
takes a non-insid, a
You can
big
do it.
amount of time to climb.
Yes,
Mark.
a non-significant amount of time. You are correct.
Show off.
After about 5 minutes of climbing stairs, Gilbert, you arrive on a patio of cloud, and there's a door to the tower. In fact, let's switch over to this map.
There's a map.
Oh, this very, very small map.
Wait, are we all
It's
on
very
the
small.
tablet,
You are,
or
yeah. You're
just-
not gonna put your characters on it, but this is just a visual reference.
Why the fuck is it so
Um,
goddamn small?
it
Right.
literally has a wizard's hat.
Yeah, no, it's great. You arrive at the front door, Gilbert, and it's wide open.
I'll shout in. Hello.
Oh,
We noticed the flying tower.
from the distance inside the tower, you hear, "Oh, come on in."
It'll do. I come on in.
Okay. So the rest of
Everyone
you
joining
guys are far behind Gilbert. Gilbert's not incredibly athletic. And as you all enter the building, Gilbert notably first, there's a giant hole in the second floor, this one right here, and it leads down to the first floor. And as you enter this lobby, which is an easy like 50 feet wide, you actually 1, 2, 3, like 70 feet wide actually. A cloud giant descends from
Oh,
the
no.
hole.
I think we can take them.
And if I pull up this thingamabob,
Oh,
cloud
no.
giants are huge. How many huge creature? How big?
15
is a
by
huge creature?
15.
It's 15 by 15.
Crap.
It's a solid 15 feet tall. So they're double the size of Chonk. It's a beast. This cloud giant has windswept white hair, a wispy white beard, and a billowy purple robe adorned with gold stars.
Wow, those adjectives.
In his left hand, he's holding what looks to be like a wand that got like drunk at a party and kind of like went all over the place, like a you know those like fancy straws. It's like one of those, but made out of wood. And he looks down at you guys, and his eyes light up as he floats a solid foot above the ground. And he just kind of looks at you and he rubs his hands together, and he says, "Might you be small folk?"
I mean,
Dude, we're not as big as you, if that's what you mean.
from a relative point of view,
Would you say your size is medium or smaller?
Yes. Yes.
We come in like ranges of like extra small to small to medium, I'd say, compared to you.
Well, yes, of course. Oh, my apologies. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Zephyros, and he takes a wild bow, and his hat kind of falls off, but he catches it in a practiced motion, and he puts it back on his head. He says, "And I am a cloud giant, and you might be."
Gilbert Oswald Doyle.
Wait,
And friends.
Gilbert Oswald Dial. Is that your name?
Wait.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Oh, I've read your publications.
No, good.
No,
good. I
no,
just
no.
start
There's no way they're
babbling in
real.
giant to him.
And with that, he shoots up through the ceiling. He's, I'll be back in just a moment. And you hear rustling papers move around. You see a couple of like papers fall down through the hole. And 10 seconds later, he pops back through the hole, carrying a large stack of books. And he drops them all down. And these are like human-sized books. And so he's carrying like 50 of them in his hands as he drops them down. And he starts sorting through them. And he's like, I know it's here. And he pulls out a book that is probably 2,000 pages tall, right? Like, this is a thick book. And on the front, embroidered in gold text on a maroon background, is Mark, what would the title of this book be called?
On the origin of Proto-Faerunian languages.
Yeah, if you could type that title out for me.
Yep.
And underneath it says by Gilbert Oswald Doyle et al. And he holds it up et al. It's a research paper. I imagine you had someone working for you. And he holds it up and he's like, I've always wanted to meet one of my favorite authors. And he expands it out and the whole book takes up like a solid 1.5 feet. And he gestures to page like 1,300. And he's like, now right here, so my colleagues and the other cloud giants, they thought that you went a little long on this passage about the goblin language. But I thought 500 pages was very sufficient.
That's
to
one of my
establish-
shorter, more pithy publications.
Well, I keep telling them that. No one ever listens, but it's so good to meet you in person. And he reaches out to handshake you. And this giant hand is like 4 times the size of your hand.
Yeah, I don't even blink. I'm in love with this person. Yep, shake hand.
Yeah, and he almost like wrenches your shoulder free. And then he kind of like looks around for a second, and it looks like he gets like lost in the book for a bit. And he just kind of dozes out for like 30 seconds. A minute.
How do I spell his name?
Zephyros. 2 minutes.
It's at this point when Igor finally makes it to the top of the stairs, out of breath, just, no, what did I miss? Oh, holy fuck.
Oh, no, don't worry. This is Zephyros. He's read my publications.
Oh, yes.
I'm glad someone has.
And who might you be?
Igor, and I put out my hand.
Igor. And he completely ignores your handshake. And he looks at the bird and he says, and who might you be, you chicken-like creature? Is this your pet?
Dude. All right. I don't know how to tell this to you.
My apologies.
But I'm a skilled monk with a name, Chad.
I was hoping you would have a name. All the best pets have names. And who might you be? And he gestures to the dwarf. My short friend.
I'm Uznab.
Usna.
I'm a
What a
cleric,
curious
yeah.
name.
Yeah. Named after my brother, but backwards.
Does that mean your brother is, and he like counts the letters on his hands? Bonzo?
Close. But yeah.
And then you must be Chatterina, and he points to you, Sutao.
Little awkward. Chatterina dead.
Chatterina's dead. But you're Igor.
Duh.
And you are Chad. And
Dude,
you are
yeah.
the famous Gilbert Oswald Doyle, which
Yeah.
must make you Bonzo and you Chatterina. I foresaw it. I've taken a bit of a sear in my life. And at this point he just starts like stuttering and pulls out like a palantir from his back pocket. And he's like, I've seen it in the stars. I saw the arrival of small folk. But you two are different. What happened?
It was, unfortunate, to say the least. We fell into a goblin trap. Well, we trapped ourselves with goblins.
I see.
Yes.
So that means that they aren't.
Yes, they are
They're
dead.
not alive. Oh. Well, I'm very apologetic for your loss of party members.
How many days has it been
Like
since
2.
that encounter?
Well, you spent one in Waterdeep and one getting there, and half of one leaving. So about, and then you spent like 2 there. So I'd say probably 5. 5 days.
So you're telling me that a spell that has a 10-day need for, like, I could revive someone, basically.
Say what? Are you looking up the spell seer? Stop that.
No, I'm not, actually. There is revive spells that require the person
That's
to be dead for no less.
That's a 5th level spell. You don't get 5th level
But-
spells until like.
Cloud Giant.
And at this, he kind of cocks his head. Is like, I'm sorry, I don't do resurrection magic. I never prided myself in my ability to make friends with the dead, to make friends with the living. Actually, I'm a bit of a loner. And he gestures to the massive castle. That's why I built this, to get away from, the nastier cloud folk. Oh, speaking of which, have you heard?
Heard what?
You haven't.
Well, there's many things to hear. Maybe we have, maybe we haven't.
That's a fair point. I hear many things,
Yes.
some of which aren't my own thoughts. That's always awkward.
Spooky.
Do you know that when you fail certain spells, you go insane? He kind of looks at you with these huge eyes.
I've heard rumors.
Gilbert, you must have heard of this at some point. A famous writer like you.
I'm sure I have. Have I?
It's not unknown to have wizards go insane after casting certain spells or failing contrived magical experiments. However, it usually only happens once. You go
So no,
insane and then you
Quite familiar.
Yes, well, every once in a while I'll fail a spell up top. I'll be trying to do a new seer thing, and I'll go a bit crazy for a couple of days. But that's neither here nor there. You said you hadn't heard. The ordering of the giants has been shattered.
Oh, we heard rumors of that. Yeah.
The prophecies have foretold 5 small folk were the ones that would restore it to its proper, orientation. I suppose you are 3 out of 5. And that will do.
There's 5 of us.
They're not the
Well-
same 5, but
Yes, well, I suppose one name backwards is good enough, and the other one shares 2 letters, so.
Hey, 4 letters. 4 letters. Or,
Chonk and Chatterino.
2. Never mind.
And-
Don't mind him. He's not the most bright.
I understand. I've met many people that are not the most bright, and he kind of looks in the mirror. Says, and with this, he says, now, the gods above have forbidden me from offering direct assistance, however sad that might be, in your quest to completely, fix the ordering. They warned that my involvement could lead to dire consequences. However, a god is nothing without loopholes. And after searing many times, only going insane twice, I promise, I'm all better now. I have deemed it worthy of my time and yours to give you safe passage to wherever you're going. I noticed you came with a 4-legged creature,
2 of
And
them.
2-legged creature behind it. I don't quite understand.
No, there were 2 4-legged creatures.
And Bertha.
Oh, and Bertha. Right. Then what was the cart called?
No. The cart is Bertha.
You named your cart. Fascinating.
Yes.
He takes out one of his books and starts writing something down. He says, I must get more touch with the small folk. Now, what do you have a name for the group
Oh shit.
Oh,
instead
no.
of just addressing each one of you individually?
Bertha's boys.
Bertha's
boys.
Yes.
The Ledger League.
All right, Bertha's boys.
God
it is.
damn it.
Oh no.
You son of a bitch, Mark.
Boys, would you like to have me transport you to a location of your choosing? One of the 3 that you are planning on going to?
Depends if like Bertha can come, dude.
Hmm. Those cows have a hard time climbing stairs, don't they?
Dude, they're not
Bertha
cows.
certainly does.
Hmm. I know. I could fashion square wheels. I don't know what to do about the other animals, though.
Horses can climb stairs.
They have legs.
1,000 feet's a long ways. How about this? And he presses a button on one of the walls,
Oh my god.
and you go to the edge of
Elevator.
the balcony and look over, and a cloud detaches off of the tower and descends down. And this cloud goes down to where Bertha is. He says, "Now, if you would just get Bertha onto that, I can bring her up here, and I can bring you along." And I think that will work out swimmingly.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Now, where would we be going? It is your journey, after all. I am but a carrier.
What's your travel speed?
Well, it'll take 26 days to get to Bryn Shander, 3 days to get to Golden Fields, and 11 and a half days to get to Tribor.
Honestly, it'd be faster on cart.
Yeah.
Because we just
Based on my adjustments, I said 3 weeks to Bryn Shander. However, the mountains are difficult terrain. That would slow you down.
And I imagine you won't get waylaid in the sky.
And the sky would be safer. There are upsides and downsides to both.
Can we cut travel time into 2/3? Because I assume the cloud can travel throughout the night as well.
That's true. I don't know if this accounts for it or not. It just says 26 days.
well,
Oh,
the book.
this Zephyrus responds. He's like, about that, I do need to be steering it.
Kids,
This
so
Oh,
doesn't
we-
just travel on its own.
Can we take shifts in steering it?
Are any of you happen to be 6th level spellcasters of the abjuration nature?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, this navigation ball is specific about who it lets drive.
if your 7th level spellcaster doesn't work, only 6th.
Fine. Fine.
This all sounds quite agreeable to me.
Where are we going?
To Tribor. Yes.
To Tribor?
Now, we could go all the way up and then just have our land journey back down.
This is true. But well, we're going to pass Tribor on the way.
Well, as the crow flies, not quite. And he
That's
pulls out a
true.
massive, probably 10-foot tall map of the Sword Coast, and he plots 2 lines with he draws them with clouds and kind of like these thin lines, and he says it will take a not insignificant detour to get to Tribor. Plus, I'm afraid the gods' loopholes only work so far. I might not be able to bring you to a second destination. I'm deeply sorry.
Then
So
let
we can
us
only go to...
Bryn Shander.
Yeah, farthest up we can go.
We'll work our way south.
Bryn Shander it is. And he rolls up the map, and then he says, I'll get to work steering right away. You can camp down here. I think
Can
that
I-
would be
Have sorry if this is too forward, but could I have access to your library?
I'm sorry, I don't give rides to small folk. Not physical ones. And as you can see, there are no stairs here.
How
I
tall
can
is the
bring down a
ceiling?
book for your choosing.
Yes. How tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling is 100 feet tall.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Gilbert, I carry you.
Yeah.
Chonk throws me. I throw you. We should be able to get you up there. Getting down's going to be the hard part.
Mm,
And the circle is in, as you can see, it's kind of in the center. It'd be difficult to scale any wall.
So I'd have to throw him through the center.
All right.
Would you accept?
Okay,
bringing
wait a
rope
second.
up?
Wait a second. We hit the 5th level. We have bird fly up.
It's true. The bird would be able to fly up. Yes.
Dude, Chonk, remember what I said where you shoot me with your bow?
That could, yeah. Sure.
Yes, Gilbert.
just some general topics of interest of mine. If you have anything on it, that'd be appreciated. The Nightstone, the Ordaining of the Giants, and pay no mind to this one, just a vague curiosity. Magenta rocks.
God, that's so dramatic.
Oh, come on.
Whispers. Lame.
Okay.
Who's our sponsor?
Who's our sponsor? Let's see. Enchiladas. Enchiladas is
Um,
our sponsor.
At that, Zephyros kind of like nods his head a little bit. He's like, I can get you one or two of my own research novels about Nightstone and the Ordaining of Giants. That will get you caught up in a jiffy. And with that, he nods his head and starts ascending towards the sky. A minute later, he comes down. He brings you a couple of research novels on things like magical artifacts and the Nightstone. He like paged out a chapter for you. And then he gives all of you a book of like the Ordaining of the Giants, kind of like basic knowledge. It's not very helpful. It kind of tells you what you already know, just confirms it.
Do we already know?
So it doesn't talk about recent events, but it mentions the original Ordaining of the Giants and their order, where Storm Giants were at the top of the food chain and they were the most powerful. After them, it was Cloud Giants. One step below Cloud Giants was Frost Giants and Fire Giants. They were tied. Below them were Stone Giants, and then the bottom of the Ordaining was Hill Giants. And the Ordaining is the social hierarchy of the Giants, right? It was established long ago by the ancient giant god.
Seems kind of classes.
Yeah, it's very classist.
So we're gonna find the hill giants first.
Hey. Don't read the book. And with that, you guys are off. And yes, Bertha and the two horses are with you.
Fantastic.
Sweet.
Question.
Yes.
Would this book that he gave us be equivalent to the chapter in Volo's Guide to Monsters?
It doesn't talk a lot about the specifics of the monsters. It goes into a lot of detail about the history of the Ordaining.
Okay.
Not very useful to like a metagame adventurer's perspective, right? It doesn't talk about like combat paralysis. It's mostly a history book.
Do you know like the chapter I'm talking about? Not like the stat blocks, but the.
No, I don't. I'm gonna say don't.
Okay.
Look it up. I mean, you can if you want to, but.
And the book about like magic artifacts, anything about the Nightstone?
A powerful, supposedly powerful. No one ever knew what it meant or what it did. There's some research on it way back in the day, 1,000, 2,000 years ago, but nothing prevalent. It might have had some connection to. The book doesn't go into specifics. It talks a lot about the different schools of magic that it could be connected to. It could have been a powerful magical artifact, is the gist you get.
Perfect.
All right, so you guys are off.
To level 5.
No, you don't get level 5 yet. We have to have one combat encounter this session.
Fucking Christ.
Day 3.
Let's
the
go kill
House of
Zephyros.
Hey. I wasn't
We
kidding about
can't-
the 6th level spellcaster.
We can't get down.
Oh, that's the.
What do you think happens if he dies? Do you think we crash?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
What if I tap the tower with the rod of cancellation?
Go find. Oh my God,
Oh.
the sphere. Don't
That's
do it.
an excellent point, Mark. Where is the rod of cancellation right now?
It is wrapped up in a piece of cloth in my backpack.
Probably
Good.
should have gotten like a lead case for that.
No.
Keep track of where that is at all times. That's going to be important. So, all right. This combat encounter is going to be Theater of the Mind, since I don't have a good battle map for it. Day 3, the Howling Hatred. Is anyone keeping watch in the tower or not? I realized I kind of did a thing by combat encounters, but the tower is safe as far as you guys are concerned.
No, Gilbert feels safe.
I would say a watch seems a little excessive.
I'm gonna stick with it and say I'm an early riser, so I'm gonna take the last quote unquote watch.
Okay. It doesn't matter though because it's 9 o'clock when these things arrive. Got him. On the third day of your journey, who will be on the balcony at 9 o'clock in the morning, or
me.
looking outside the tower?
The
You,
morning
John?
or
Dude,
night?
I want to fly again. Are you kidding me?
It would be
I think
Chonk
this
doing his
guy is
morning
great.
stretches.
Chonk doing his morning stretches. John's out there trying to be a bird.
Trying.
And his wings still broken. So, Chonk and John, on the day of your third journey, you spot 9 very thin and lightly armored humans riding giant vultures. They land atop the cloud, whereupon the humans dismount. All the riders wear steel helms that cover their eyes and resemble stylized bird heads. One of them is equipped with a shoulder bag adorned with a smiling face. They land, I'd say you guys are probably like there or there.
Okay.
And they land about there. Is a total of 9 of them.
So on the same cloud. Okay.
They're all in the same cloud, yeah.
Okay.
And they land, and you notice they don't draw their weapons right away.
Now, as someone who is a bird person,
Mhm.
do I know of humans that fly vultures around?
No, not really.
What
These-
the fudge?
What? They're cult fanatics. I don't know what you want from me.
Can I
I
hide?
come from a society of birds. Whatever.
They're giant vultures, John. They don't exactly have a lot to rate with Arakakra.
What do you mean?
I mean,
We
when I
know
said
this guy.
you know part of this guy. Fight me.
but-
Sutao, you were
This
saying?
guy is quite.
Can I hide? I want to hide.
Yeah, you can see him coming. Hide.
Okay, cool.
Give me a
I'm
stealth
gonna-
check. Yeah, so you see them coming. They come from below. So you don't have a lot of warning, but you have like 50 or 100 feet or so.
16.
Okay, good to know. John, do you do anything other than stand there?
I look pretty, as
Fair
usual.
enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So you can tell there is 2 slightly more endowed individuals, embroidered with fancy robes, opulent colors, that sort of thing. And 7 of the other 9 members look less important and are all fairly monogamous, whatever. The vultures take off and kind of hover around the cloud. The lead cultist looks at you, John, one of them, and points at you and says, "Do you speak giant, perchance?"
Pleased to make your acquaintance as well. How may I help you?
No, John, I'm asking you, do you speak giant?
Oh no, I do not. Sorry. I didn't
Okay.
know.
In
Oh,
which
I
case,
speak giant,
You
though.
said he pointed at me, and then you said that sentence.
yeah, that's true. That's fair.
I speak giant, though.
That's good to know, Sutao. So
You're
Sutao, you
hiding.
do this. You are hiding.
Yes, I am hiding.
Points at John and says, "Irafa Dolisama." And with that, he turns. Sutao, you'll recognize him to have said, with your 6 intelligence. He said, "You there, stay, and don't come any closer. Our business is not with you."
Okay.
And with that, he starts marching with his 7 or his 8 other cultists towards the front door.
Do the inside crew hear this?
No, the castle walls are thick.
I'd like to say, "Excuse me, how may I help you?" and approach.
At this, the lead cultist looks to his other lead cultist, nods his head, and then continues walking with 8 of the other with 7 of the other cultists. And the other lead cultist steps up to you and says, "Wata Ulamada Safa."
That's very nice. I go through my 5 languages, my 4 languages of Common, Arakura, Aran, and Goblin.
Yeah, it's giant.
Yeah, I know.
He's you do not recognize him. Sutao, they're coming closer to you because I imagine you're hanging out at the entrance.
Yep.
I would like to yell also. Would it be possible for them to hear me, or is the door closed?
If you yell, people inside could probably hear you. The door is not closed.
I would like to yell that we have some visitors.
Hey!
Visitors.
Silence.
Oh, this one speaks Common.
And with that, he kind of steps up assertively and puts a hand on the hilt of his sword. He says, "Shush! You're a
Why?
fiend.
I'm a
We
fiend.
are not here for you.
That's fine. Tell me why you're here.
We are here because Yasin bin sent us."
Yasin bin where?
"I don't have time for you." And he turns to leave.
Dude, what the heck? We were having a conversation, dude. This is kind of rude.
At this point, Sutao, they're almost upon you now.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything? You recognize the giant when they spoke to John and Giant. They said, "Stay out of our way, chicken boy," something along those lines.
Can I? Okay. Well, do I think they'll see me?
You rolled a 16 in stealth.
I did. Yes.
You're fairly confident in your ability to hide. That being
Okay.
said, you're in the entrance. So if they walk through the front door, they're probably going to see you.
Can I? Are there any alcoves I could hide in?
You can hide in the tower.
Okay, I will hide in the tower.
And the rest of you on the bottom floor of the tower heard John shout, "Boys, we have visitors."
Oh. Zephyros
Like
is
visitors.
Zephyros?
Zephyros on like top of the tower, right?
Zephyros is upstairs, as far as you can tell. He spends a lot of his time away.
See, probably right there by the orb. Aptly mentioned orb.
I mean, I imagine we should yell for him in case he has visitors.
Zephyros! I yell in
Zephyros?
giant.
Yes. What is it? I'm a little busy right now.
We have
Turbulence in the
guests.
air. Guests? I don't remember foreseeing any guests. What
What?
kind?
Don't know yet.
And at
Small
this,
folk?
you recognize, or Ian, you see, and the rest of you see the cultists walk through the front door and kind of fan out in a V formation. They're all wearing cultist-like robes. They kind of look like I have an actor here.
V inwards or outwards?
They look like that. V outwards, and the cultists.
Dude, they're aerodynamic too. Look at this. They got like a whole routine down.
Oh boy.
I curse under my tongue in orc.
Oh shit.
And with that, Zephyros says, "Yeah, what kind of visitors? You just said you didn't know."
Small
Well-
folk.
With matching robes.
Oh, and at this, Zephyros pokes his head through the hole, and looks at the. Let me read up on this section really quick. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's neat. All right. He pokes his head through, and he looks at the lead cultist. He says, "Hello, who are you?" In common, to which the cultist responds to in giant. For those of you who can speak it, "We are here on behalf of Yasin bin, and we are here to strike a deal with you." Zephyr is like,
Do we know who Yan Si Bin is?
you would not know.
Okay.
It sounds foreign.
Okay.
Let me look up on. They say Yasin bin has seen the world. They have seen it for what it should be, and they have seen it for what it shall become, if
Wait,
left.
they as in plural?
They're just using the word "they" as a pronoun.
Okay.
You're not sure what they mean. and they say, Zephyros, we come to you bearing gifts, bearing counsel, and bearing an agreement. And Zephyros kind of cocks his head at this. He says, what agreement would you have me do? And the cultists looks at each other and they say, Zephyros, we need you to return the world to its primordial state, as such was drawn in the history. And Zephyros kind of ponders this for a moment, and he says, I'll be right back down, in common, to which he hops up. Those of you who speak Giant understand what the cultist said. Those of you who do not speak Giant do not understand what the cultist said.
In Giant, I respond,
Well, I know personally, I prefer the world in its non-primordial state. Can I ask why we need to revert it to said state?
I see you are obviously not as enlightened as our great prince Yasin bin,
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Obviously.
evil heir. Yasin bin
wait,
is
did
a
you say
cloud giant,
primeval heir?
prince of evil heir.
Evil heir, okay.
Yasin bin has seen what the world will become. And if we let it reach what has been foreseen, well, bad things will happen. Zephyros here might help us achieve our goal.
And what, pray tell, is it that the world will become, and what exactly is the primordial state? I just want to know which side of the issue I stand on.
Well, the primordial state is as it was drawn in history.
Well, there's a lot of different states within history.
History
Well,
is
the
very
primordial.
long.
Do I know what
That is the actual response they give.
I understand what the primordial state is?
I don't think they know what the primordial state is.
Yeah, it's Dylan, you bring up an excellent point. Ian, give me a history check. Same with you, Mark, if you want to understand it.
I also know giants.
Am I the only one here who
Nine.
like doesn't speak Giant?
I
John is-
also got a 9.
I got a 13.
Uh,
Can I use my inspiration?
yes, you can.
Do it, Mark. Do it.
Okay.
Big
That
one.
is now a 24.
Big money.
Mark, with a 24, the primordial state they're referring to is probably how it was when the world was created. Fire,
Fire.
volcanoes, steam in the air. Bad place to be. Not very co-inducive to a good living environment. I think co-inducive is a word, but that's okay.
Conducive.
For those of you who did not roll a 24, they probably mean the beginning of the Earth, which is, as you know, not a great place to live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long would this process take? Like, are we talking? Oh, it could be done in 15 minutes by the end of today, or like?
We are going to restore the world to its primordial state.
Yeah, that doesn't really answer the question. It kind of, you just restated what you already said.
Yasin bin has foreseen it. We will do it.
I see we're
Forgive
getting
me.
nowhere.
Yasin Ben, what manner of being is he?
Why, he's a cloud giant, of course.
Oh, obviously.
Same as Zephyros. And
Yeah.
at this point, Zephyros descends down, normally this time, from the hole. And he looks amongst the party and talks in common. John, I imagine you're at the entrance behind the cultists.
Yep. No, I'm
Uh,
right there being very confused, unlike everyone else.
Right, everyone who speaks giant except for you. He's the so imagine this from John's perspective. Zephyros just starts speaking in common about things everyone else knows about, and he says, Yansin Bin is a fellow acquaintance of mine in the cloud giant sphere of influence. He is quite upset with the way the world is right now, and especially with the state that small folk have left it in. He's not exactly the most comforting individual. And he gestures to the cultists. He says, You want me to help you restore the world? The cultist nods their head. Zephyros looks perplexed for a minute, and then turns to I guess Igor, and it says, "What do you think?"
Oh boy. Um, I'm not one for big philosophy. And I have been known to enjoy stupid ideas for the sake of a good time, but the primordial state, from what I can gather, does not sound conducive to the well-being of the majority of people. So I probably wouldn't, but I am not you.
He
But-
looks at Gilbert. Gilbert, what do you think?
Well, fire, volcanoes, steam are all rather harmful towards books and manuscripts. I feel this would be a great detriment to your own hobbies, and frankly, it doesn't sound too conducive to, well, clouds.
The small folk would have a hard time living, that's for sure, right?
Yes.
You there, small folk. And he points at Uznab. What do you think?
Well, I follow the god of death, but I do not condone the action of killing every single living being on this plane, probably including yourself.
Hmm.
Um,
I
That's
can
what
see
I
why that
think.
would be an issue. And what about you, bird boy? And he gestures all the way to the back.
Can
Dude,
I insight?
I-
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
What's happening?
I like your style.
No,
Yes,
I
Can
don't
I
speak.
insight check Zephyros and to see if I can get what his like vibe is and what he thinks?
Yeah, sure, go for it. Man, poor John.
Oh, that's an 8. Oh no, that's
An
a
8?
9. Oh snap.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hey,
Hey, hey. Oh, am I
Hey.
getting a whisper? Am I getting? Oh my god, I'm getting a whisper. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Are we just
Um,
whispering for the
You
sake
rolled a
of
9?
confusing other people,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
or is
You rolled
is,
a 9.
is yeah?
How well can you not metagame?
Give it to me. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it. I got it.
So with the 9,
Uh-huh.
it seems like Zephyros, you've heard tales of cloud giants, aristocrats of giants, really.
Yeah.
Giants are already aloof enough. Cloud giants are even more so.
Yeah.
He might be putting on a face, and this whole like helping small folks thing is just like some funny thing that like an aristocrat's doing.
Mm-hmm.
What's more likely is he doesn't seem to lean one way or the other, at least not strongly. He did ask you guys for support, and he did seem genuine about that. Maybe leaning towards the side of chaos a little bit, but simply because he might be malinformed.
All right.
All right,
Nathaniel,
yes?
is okay.
oh,
Is
go ahead, John.
Gilbert allowed to project translated common of the giant being spoken into my head?
Yes, you can do that. As long as
Okay,
you're
cool.
within 30 feet, which you are not, but that's okay.
I relocate myself so I am within 30 feet.
Well, that's awkward because that's through the cultists. It's a big tower.
How big is this place?
It's a
Like
Sounds like
75
that
feet
white tower.
across. This is a big tower.
The cultists have fanned out into the middle of it in a line.
Well, you'll have to come to me, buddy.
I'd like to come very close.
All right.
as
So
I
in order
can.
to get to Mark, you will have to pass the cultists, or like
That's
be
fine.
equal with them.
What are they gonna do? Hit me?
As you walk past the cultists, the two lead ones kind of look at each other, and then look at you, and then nod to their other cultists. And John, does a 24 hit?
Ah, dude, that's an 18. That's no fair.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
18 plus 6.
Yes,
What
it
is
does.
going on? Don't you know not to split the party?
That's 4 points of damage, John.
Oh no.
As the cultist, as you're crossing the right side of a cultist, they reach the right hand around and they slash across your upper arm as the same times they draw their sword, and then they go back, and they bark at you.
All
No.
right. Assassinate
Uh,
time.
Oh, God.
Okay, Everyone roll initiative for me, lads. Let's go.
Oh wait,
Are we
rolling
gonna
within
place
boundary,
ourselves
or-
like in an area?
No, we're doing theater of the mind, but I'm gonna open the combat encounter so that. Do you have to be on the thing in order to roll?
as far as I know?
Yeah.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Sup?
Can we simulate a 75-foot circle?
Oh my god. Huge initiative rolls coming in.
Yeah.
12, 6, and 16. 2 and then
Ian, what's your plus to dex?
Me?
Oh shit.
I got a -1.
What the fudge?
Yeah, I know. It's great. I've been rolling huge for initiative.
That's great.
Oh god, I thought. Okay, they're
Oh, no.
backwards. Okay,
No, they're the.
I
two
was
lead
expecting-
guys and
I was
the,
expecting the lead guys to be these guys, but you know.
You know, honestly, me too.
I want to point out
One.
there's 2 ones.
Oh Jesus Christ!
All right, so everyone's rolled initiative.
Can we kind of spread ourselves out and roughly how it is?
Yeah, I.
Because
Why would
I have
we?
no idea where I am spread out. So let's say let's put down a door. Let's say
Can't
we
you
don't
just
need a
make
map.
that
We
map
could
bigger,
just use a
Nathaniel?
grid.
yeah, well, that's
can
what I'm
I?
saying. Could we just use the grid? Could we just say the door is like right here? This is where our door frame is.
Yeah, sure.
So you figure out where.
So we'd be up here.
Yeah, you'd be up there. These cultists would be down here. Oh, sorry, Bonzo.
I think I'm.
Cha-
wait,
Chonk, you're behind them. You're around here. And John, you're right there. Yeah.
oh Jesus, I can't fire my bow from this close.
No, this is not accurate scale. We're doing theater of the mind. This is just a visual representation
Okay,
of the initial combat.
how far away
point
are they
is-
from me?
You get a surprise attack, Sutao,
Yes.
and the rest of you. I mean, you can see. So the rest of you, you can see Sutao lining up an attack. So you have a surprise. You have 1 turn of surprise
Yes.
before all hell breaks loose. John, you don't because you got cut by the guy.
Yeah, whatever.
You got
I'm
stabbed.
sorry. Let's go in order with Chonk starting first. Chonk,
I just
who are
wanted
you
to know
attacking?
what was happening.
Okay. Can I attack this guy?
Yeah, so they're spread out in a line like this sort of thing. A little
happened
bit
to
of
the
a
V
V formation. Yeah, so it's like that, you know.
That's
It's a
another-
whole thing.
Oh, that's the opposite of how I imagined.
Oh yeah, no, this is how I intended it. It's like that. Or you can move back up. You're attacking this guy right here.
Yep.
Okay, give me a roll.
So sneak attack, I get initiative. Advantage, right?
Yes, you're sneaking and get advantage.
Okay, that's a 9, and then that's a 17 plus 5, 23.
23 does hit. Give me some damage rolls.
Okay,
Isn't,
so
it's an automatic crit too, right?
yeah, because of assassinate.
Because of assassinate. Fucking hell.
So it's 10. So 10 plus a D10,
Yeah.
Plus a D10.
9
All right.
plus 4 D6s,
Jesus. Every time you roll sneak attack, it makes me feel bad.
5,
Is that the right amount? Yeah, that is.
4, 3, 3, plus 3 for my damage bonus.
Mhm.
So that gets me 37 damage.
Okay, so this guy's fucking dead.
All right.
Instantaneously. So right off the bat, the arrow just goes straight into them, and it like hits like a metal plate on the other side of the body and stops, and they just kind of crumple over dead. Next is Ian. You get a surprise turn.
Oh my! So I have advantage on these attacks, right?
Why?
Because it's a surprise round. Is that not how that works?
You don't. You have to like run towards them.
Is that
It's not surprise. You get to a turn before them.
Okay.
Essentially.
okay? Then
'Cause
I'm
you're
going
not
to. I'm gonna try to whip out my big old bull hook I have, and I'm just gonna fucking drive it down into that guy's skull.
Okay. Give me a roll.
That's not great. It's 15 to hit.
15 hits though.
15 hits. That's
These are-
7 plus 6. That's 13 points of damage to him.
Yeah. No, that kills him.
I'm going to then just keep the
Oh,
momentum up
Jesus.
and then swing again with my bonus action at the guy that's right next to him.
Okay. Fair enough. So you
That's
have
a
enough movement for that.
15 plus 8, so that hits.
That
And
hits.
that's 4 plus 6, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage is 1 more HP than that guy had.
Oh,
That's my action,
Uh,
bonus action. I'm in melee with another guy, presumably.
You wouldn't have sprinting to them and then moving to that guy because they're not like right next to each other.
Uh-huh.
They are spaced a little bit far apart. I would say you're out of movement in
Okay.
terms of getting to the next guy.
Am I still within? So I'm not within melee of someone.
You're not within melee range of somebody.
Perfect.
Not anymore. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, and John, you don't get one. Uznab, it's your turn.
I pull out my weapons and then I cast Guiding Bolt on this man.
Okay, give me a roll.
Big money.
That's an unnatural 20.
That works.
4d6. 5, 10, that's 13 damage.
13 damage. All right. You managed to do a sizable chunk of damage to him. He's still standing though.
Okay.
Is there anything special from him being hit with guiding bolt?
Not for him.
Attacks have
Not for
advantage
him?
against him, right?
Yeah. Well, that's for me, I think.
No.
So just you?
No, guiding bolt is if you hit someone with
The
guiding
next
bolt.
attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So
So
one
anyway.
person has advantage attacking him.
Yeah, the next one.
Sweet. Well, he gets hit by the guiding bolt, and he kind of grunts and looks up at you and shouts in giant. "Ah!" You don't really need to translate that.
Yeah.
Mark, it's your turn. Or why does it still say Mark? Whatever.
I don't know.
Gilbert.
This
it's your turn.
guy gets an Eldritch Blast. That okay, so that's a 9 to hit.
9 does not hit.
Okay, that's
Unfortunately. As the blast goes and kind of hits one of the edges of the pillar, and Zephyros, who has retreated up to the second floor at this point, says, "Try not to damage it too much."
No, of course he fucking
And we
ran.
return to the top of the initiative order with that guy dead. Chuck, it's your turn again.
can I hit this guy
Yes,
With advantage.
with
with
advantage?
advantage, which means you get sneak attack again. Fuck.
Ah, so he's definitely dead.
Great.
Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit.
Okay. So I
You
get
have more than 10 health.
He does have more than 10 health.
so that's a 9 plus 5, 14 plus 17 damage.
17 damage.
Um,
Okay.
Is that? Oh yeah, right.
Unfortunately, 17 damage. Did you also roll sneak attack?
I did, yes.
And it's an automatic crit because of assassinate,
No,
or is that not?
No.
that's only
No,
the
because
first
he's
round.
gone. Actually,
Wait, let me look this up.
assassinate says you have a
First round of
It's
combat.
still as a surprise
first
condition.
round of combat. Okay. So 17 points of damage.
Is that how it works?
Is enough to knock him down to a frighteningly low amount of HP, but he is still standing despite the arrow embedded inside of him.
Wait, is he considered? No, I don't know who the fuck knows. Never mind.
Suta had advantage on the attack, but that doesn't mean it's an automatic crit
He's not surprised anymore.
because he's not surprised. Is that the it for your turn, Suta?
Can I hide? Yeah, let me hide.
You can try.
All right. What does a 13 get me?
Well, we'll see.
Alright.
Ian, it's your turn.
Okay. I see Big Bad Man is not looking great, yes?
Yes, big bad man is not looking.
Am I within? How close am I to him? Am I within 30 feet?
You would be able to get to him within 30 feet. However, in doing so, you might run past a cultist.
So am I within 20 feet of him?
Not within 20 feet. You are 30 feet away.
I'm gonna move 10 feet closer.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw a hand.
Melee range with this guy.
I'm going to throw a hand axe at him.
Okay, you can be 5 feet away. That's fine.
What?
You don't. If you don't want to be in melee range of this guy, you don't have to be. You can move so that you're not.
Yeah.
All right. Give me an attack roll then.
Boom. That's a unnatural 20 to hit.
That does hit.
Boom. That's 6 plus 6. 12 points of damage to him.
12 points of damage is enough to send the thing at to him, and the hand axe just goes straight through his head, and he crumples over dead.
Beautiful. I then get within melee range of this guy and
All right.
throw a offhand attack at him.
Okay. Give me a roll.
That is a 21 to hit,
21 does hit.
and that's 11 points of damage to him.
11 points of damage kills him instantaneously.
Fantastic.
Boom. The offhand attack just crumples them like a, I don't know, like a sack of potatoes. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll do it for me.
All right. This cultist is now frightened, considering, he just lost half of his forces. He's going to run over, discern about 15 feet of movement, to this cultist's dead body, the one with an arrow and a hand axe in it. And he's going to pick up the wand. And he's going to turn to you, Chonk.
Okay.
Give me a second. There's a
He's gonna spend an hour attuning to the wand and then cast a fireball at you.
no. So he picks up the wand and he says, "To hell with you, fiend!" And he attempts to use it to use one of its charges. However, he's not attuned to it, so it doesn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
And at that, he stares at the wand in his hand, just goes, "Shit." And that's the end of his turn. John, it's your turn.
Dude, someone forgot how wands work.
Loser.
Yeah, the DM.
Hey, remember when you slashed me?
Well, that guy's dead.
The one in front of me?
Yeah, the one in front of you isn't the one who slashed you.
Well, remember when your friend slashed me? Anyways, I got a crit.
Yeah, no, that'll hit.
Sorry, how do we do damage here again?
Max damage die for the weapon, and then an additional die.
Okay, so that's 8 plus 8 plus 6. That is 22.
22.
On the spear.
Oh, I set his health to 22. Whoops. All right, yeah, no, he's dead. That kills him pretty quick.
That was.
Man, this is supposed to be a hard combat encounter for 4 people, or for level 4 party.
We did kill the mages before they could go.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true. Well, they
Yeah.
rolled low on initiative anyway, so it's. I think you would have killed them anyway. John, is that the end of your turn killing that guy, or are you gonna run up and kill this guy?
No. I'm gonna run up and punch this man right in the face. Well, assuming this die goes as well as it just did. That is a 17.
17 hits.
And then I'm going to do a d4. And that is 4 plus 6 now. So that's 10 damage.
He had exactly 10 HP. Yeah, no, he's dead. That's a shame. As you punch him in the face and he just kind of crumples. Is that the end of your turn? Oh, that's the one.
That is the end of my turn. Yes.
Okay. Usnab, it's your turn.
Uznab's gonna run up to this dude and gonna hit him with the warhammer.
All right, give me a roll. Your +1 warhammer.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 7.
No, 7 does not hit.
It's unfortunate. That's all I can do.
At the end of your turn. Wow, close. Gilbert, it's your turn.
This guy. Oh, that's an 18 to hit.
18
9 damage.
9 damage. They have 9 HP. Congratulations.
Maybe
Exact amount of damage to kill it as an Eldritch Blast smacks him in the face and he crumples to the floor. Is that the end of your turn? Mark?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, he gets a turn.
This guy gets a turn. He's gonna run at you, Chomp.
The fool.
And he is going to roll to attack. Chunk, does the unnatural 20 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. That is a pitiful amount of slashing damage. Never mind. It's 6 slashing damage as he wrenches across your hand.
Okay. I have a skill called Stone's Endurance where I can reduce damage by a d12.
Yeah, you can use that now if you want.
Hell yeah.
The Goliath thing, right?
Yeah, it's a Goliath thing. Reduce that by 7 damage, so I take
You
no
take
damage.
none.
You heal 1 hit.
He heals 1 damage.
So it's really funny because you watch as this guy like slashes his sword, and you're all like, "Oh no, he's gonna take 6 damage when he gets hit with that sword." And Sudao just raises up his arm, and the sword just bounces off of it like it's made out of steel. And the cultist like drops it, clutching their hand, and it's just like, "What the hell are you?" Chonk, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Can I back up 30 feet and launch an arrow?
Yes, they would get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, no,
Their
never mind.
fists.
Never mind. Can
you
I?
could use your bonus action to disengage.
Oh,
Which
right. I
means
have
they
that.
don't get an attack.
Is it opportunity attack with their fist?
Yes, it would be an opportunity attack with their fist.
Fuck it. Can I just stab him with my arrow?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Sad.
As you're just like, you think about it, you're like, I'm gonna take a step. No, I'm just gonna, and then you just stab him, and the guy dodges. And he's like, haha, I've got you. And he does this whole like JoJo pose where he's like really about to launch into a monologue about how he's gonna kill you. Ian, it's your
Okay.
turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to walk up to the gentleman I buried the hand axe into. I'm going to kind of rip that hand axe out of his head, and then just chuck it at the dude who's harassing Chunk.
Okay. Yeah, give me a roll.
That is 21, and that is 9 points of damage.
It's exactly enough to kill him.
Because he is a punk.
As you throw the hand axe and it just embeds in the back of his head as he's about to he takes in a breath to breathe, to speak, and then and then he falls down on one knee and falls down to the ground. And this is Zephyrus pokes his head back through and he says, I think I decided that I don't want to help them. Oh. I see you've taken care of the problem.
Yep.
Good choice.
Good news.
I guess not all small folk are the same.
Oh, no.
Well, if you could be so kind as to dispose of the bodies. I don't much like the sight of blood. I'll remain up here.
Okay.
Loot.
Okay, so loot. Each cultist contains 5 gold pieces on them.
That was how many cultists? 9?
That's 9. The cultist that picked up the wand, that is a wand of the fireball. Well, I probably wait for you to identify that, but you can study it for an hour, and you see it is a wand of fireballs.
We have identify too, so it takes
Yeah, I'm gonna cast
11
it as a
minutes.
ritual.
That.
Imagine if they got a spell out. Oh,
Oh yeah, that would've been brutal.
wouldn't have that been bad?
Imagine if imagine if you hadn't killed the both of them right away. And blah blah blah. Oh, the smiling bag was actually a Megumine's hat. Okay, you weebs, you non-weebs don't know. For you weebs who know, it's like that kind of stitching pattern of 2 buttons and a smiley face stitched in it.
Okay.
Yep.
And it seems to be a bag, and when you pick it up, it's abnormally light. And then you reach in, and your hand goes a lot deeper than you think it does. Yes. As you realize that you're now holding a bag of holding in your hands, with a little face stitched on it. It's great.
So we wait. Do we identify it as a bag of holding?
Yes,
Okay. It is in my
I
inventory.
imagine so.
Okay. I'm just making sure we didn't
and,
pick up a bag of devouring and fucking ruin all of our shit. Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
And then, along with your identifying spree, there's a pouch of pixie dust.
Pixie dust. Okay.
It contains 10 pinches of pixie dust in total. And pixie dust is a magical artifact that has some interesting effects.
Does it make you fly?
It could, yes. It could also make you invisible. Or you could fall unconscious.
Yes.
Or you could be confused.
So it's drugs.
It's a toss-up.
It's drugs.
There's a 70% chance that you can fly. There's a
Wow.
10% chance you could fall unconscious. There's a 10% chance that you could be confused, and there's a 10% chance you go invisible for an hour.
I'd take those chances.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
a passing grade.
And with that,
How much are the robes worth?
You and your robes.
What is with you and derobing people, huh, Sweetown?
Guys just
the
want to
robes
look
are
at their
not
arms.
worth anything. Well, right now the robes are kind of ruined because there's a bunch of arrows and axes in them. They might have been worth a little bit if they had been unruined.
Dude, I got a question real quick. Are we like throwing these bodies off of the cloud?
I was thinking it, but I'd like to look over the cloud to see what we're over.
You're currently over a lake at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
awesome.
Oh, fish
Perfect.
Jesus Christ! I feel like that would make him hesitate and be like, "Oh, should we not?"
What kind of weapons do they have?
Scimitars,
Scimitars.
weak ones. And with that, you are all level 5. Congratulations.
Oh snap, baby! We're level
You take
5.
a long rest at night.
Oh, my extra attack.
Boys,
Okay.
We're making.
What is law?
Do I get agonizing blast?
Of course you do, Mark. You need
I like
that
those
shit.
spells.
Ugh.
Boys, we're making 3 attacks.
Oh my god.
We're doing it.
Oh, my sneak attack is now 3d6.
We've been going. We've been going for a solid 3 hours. How are you all feeling?
I got an hour in me. Honestly, it's the weekend.
are-
I got 3 hours in me if we can do it.
Well, because I asked because my throat is currently very painful.
Oh, hold on.
Talking kind of hurts.
Whatever you want to do.
I think we're approaching a natural stopping point for this session in another 10 or 15 minutes. And normally I would like to play for longer, but it hurts to talk, so I'll try to wrap it up. That being said, you're all level 5. And there's a whole encounter here that I'm just going to skip because it seems rather boring and difficult to pull off without a battle map. And could also take a very long time.
What? Nah.
So-
With combat encounter?
Yes, well, it could be a combat encounter. It's an encounter, I will say.
It will be a combat encounter.
Oh boy. Yeah, see that's the.
I do appreciate the fact that the person with 6 intelligence is the one who's usually going to be kicking off all the encounters, all the combats.
3rd level spells, guy. Do
I cannot wait until Sutao has to draw a map of a location and then share it with you guys. And I cannot wait for B when Sutao accidentally misreads the room and kills an important NPC and fucks over my story.
Can I
I know what's gonna happen, and I'm so excited.
Oh my god.
Important question.
I pick up Chad and I heave him off the side of the cloud.
Is that canon?
That's canon.
Nope, no it's not.
As long as
No it's
John, as
not.
long as you don't fight it.
No, I feel I'm ready after.
Oh god.
All right,
No, no.
John, give me a.
I don't.
I want you to roll a D100.
Oh,
Tell me what the number is.
It's okay, guys. I have slow fall.
I don't think Slowfall can stop this one, bud.
I also can glide down, but
It's true. His wings don't work.
all right.
I can
we're
get
gonna...
the spell fly because I'm 5th level.
Are you serious?
Ah, that's not ideal. It is a 38.
Fuck. No. So with the 38, you fall for like a minute, and it's really awkward. And you're like, "Shit, maybe my wings didn't work. Am I gonna have to like walk to Bryn Shander?" And at the last like 10 seconds, where you're like thinking of just like gliding to the ground, you feel the muscles in your wings stretch for the first time in a while as you catch the air and you swoop out into a graceful dive, and you level out, and you're like, "Hey, I can fly again." John, you now have a flight speed of 50 feet.
Can only
I
do it
don't get
once
to
a day.
add
though.
my monk. I don't have. I don't
Well,
have my
okay,
monk.
you can add your monk stuff to it, but like you have a
Yeah.
base flight of 50 feet, and
Not
you guys,
60 feet? Okay, I'm just kidding.
Igor, you watch as you look over the edge as he disappears through like a thin layer of clouds.
Oh,
You're
he'll
like,
be fine.
He's just playing, right? Right?
I mean,
And
it was
then-
like a minute.
Yeah, no, 5 seconds goes by, 10, 20,
I'm not too worried.
30 seconds,
I'm gonna go make lunch.
40 seconds, 50 seconds. A whole minute goes by before John flies up from the clouds, now fully able to fly. I imagine he'd do some like How to Train Your Dragon stuff. It's great.
Yeah, there's probably Yeehaw in there or something like that.
All right. So, with this, holy shit, it's a map. I'm gonna put a picture of this.
It's a map.
And,
It's a
thing.
map. It's a map.
It's a
It's
map.
a map. It's a map. One of fireballs requires 2 minutes.
Are we
7
assuming
charges.
long rest?
Yeah.
Yes,
We're
you,
not-
you can
okay.
long rest when you level up. That's what we'll always assume.
All right, guys. So who gets the wand of fireballs?
I wonder who.
I think we should give it to Chong.
Me too.
It doesn't require it. It just requires attunement, right?
Spellcaster.
You don't have to have a certain intelligence.
It's
crap,
spellcaster.
I was not expecting a city that big.
Bryn Shandir. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's the view you get as the cloud castle hovers in.
I don't
And
see anything.
Oh, so we made it to Bryn Shandir. Okay.
you touch down about a couple thousand feet away from the city,
Oh, good thing we got a
Um,
card, guys.
kind of over a hill. And Zephyros drops your cart down and he says, "Well, this was an enlightening 26 days that we skipped over in the span of never talking about it. I really hope that we have these conversations again in the future, and I will bring them up, and you will not remember having them, but I will, and that will be the most entertaining thing. Because I will definitely never come back as a reoccurring character. Nope. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you any closer. The small folk are, well, they're scared of me. But that's
okay.
okay.
It's all right. Have a good life.
Will you just remind us of what happened in that second in time that a bunch of people intruded on us traveling? We just run
Oh,
it by
of
us.
course. There was an adult silver dragon there.
Oh yeah, of course. I can't believe I
and,
forgot that.
And several dwarven strike team members.
On the dragon?
One of them was, well, no, they were riding next to the dragon.
Next to the dragon. All right, yeah. I'm
And
surprised
they were
I
all
forgot about
wearing-
that.
They were all wearing Mjolnir 4 armor.
Oh shit.
There were Spartan 1, 2, and 3.
Can I take it?
Yeah. I'm gonna snag some Mjolnir.
It was a peaceful resolution.
Peaceful resolution.
They left with their armor on.
Uh,
I can't believe
oh.
you guys forgot that you totally like gave them the wand of fireballs when they left.
What?
Wait,
Only for a
whoa,
set of
whoa.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, no, it's a good bit. And with that, he bids you farewell, and Zephyros hops back into his cloud castle and or cloud tower, I guess, and skips away. And the tower fades into the distance as the camera revolves, and it pans up to see the giant walls of Bryn Shandir expanding all around you. And with that, we're gonna call it there.
So the card's name is Bertha. We need to come up with some names for the
The horses.
yeah, the horses need some names.
Who
I'll
does
name
have
them.
the fireballs?
So Gilbert can now cast a lot of fireballs in combat.
Oh, I have it.
Gilbert, I think Gilbert should have it.
Oh,
Yeah, just so you don't have to cast, you know, the same thing every turn.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
You're a 5th level death cleric. What does a 5th level death cleric get? Everyone, does
I
everyone
get,
go over what they got in their level up? Dylan, lead us off.
well, death domain spells, I get animate, dead, and vampiric touch, and
Ooh.
I get access to 3rd level spells.
That's true.
Fantastic.
Do you get any fancy class features level 5? No, level 5's extra attack, right?
No, they don't get extra attack.
Spellcasters
Oh,
get access to 3rd level spells.
Yeah. I get destroy undead if we ever.
Destroy undead.
Yeah.
All right. Gilbert, what do you get?
Well, I now can shoot 2 beams of Eldritch Blast per attack.
Fantastic.
They are +8 to hit, and now I add my intelligence
Oh,
modifier to
crap.
damage.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
I also have someone gave me a matchstick that can cast fireballs.
Wow.
In theory,
Separate.
I could cast a 9th level fireball on someone.
Can't you cast an 11th?
I have
one
third level
individual.
spells, and I took the spell Fly just in case.
Yes.
Does Warlock have access to 9th level spells?
Mystic Arcana.
Mystic Arcana.
Ah, okay.
But with the Wand of Fireballs, you can cast like an 11th level Fireball spell, right? Because 7 charges, starts at 3 for 1 charge,
The
6.
cap is 9, right?
10th level. But
10th level.
I guess I could, 10th level Fireball. I'll do it the next goblin we see.
Thanks, Mark.
Guys, I can walk on water.
Or Snig.
What?
Wait,
I
what?
can walk on water.
From what?
Water walk.
Oh god.
Wait,
Well, that'll
what?
do it.
The spell.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Um,
just like a class feature. I'm like, what part of Death Cleric speaks Jesus?
Actually, I can walk on any
Chonk.
liquid.
Chonk, what do you got?
I got uncanny dodge,
Ooh.
so I can use my reaction to have
Massive.
enemy damage.
Huge. Is that it?
Yeah, I don't get anything for assassin until level 9.
Alright. Chad.
Chad.
Dude, I get to fly.
That's pretty
It's
wild.
true. You now have
Also-
to unlock flight speed movement.
Yes. I also have a stunning strike, which is
Ooh.
more
Stunning Strike
useful.
was 6th level.
It is 5th, and then I get my next monk subclass feature at 6th level.
Fantastic.
Stunning strike did us good.
Stunning Strike does everyone good.
Yes, stunning strike is fantastic. So I have stunning strike and another attack. So I now have 3.
Holy shit.
Fantastic.
Okay, next session.
news.
Okay. This session was a little light on the combat. I'm going by the book. Granted, I did skip out on a potential second combat encounter, but it didn't seem that interesting.
Dragon
My throat
and
also
dwarves.
was. But
Not interesting.
next session, there's going to be one hell of a combat encounter, and I'm very excited for it. So perk yourselves up. It's going to be a
What
doozy.
What can Igor do?
Igor got himself a second attack. What now? With his bonus action? That's 3 attacks per turn. Oh, baby.
A lot
Oh,
of damage.
that is
That
a
is
lot of damage.
damage.
Especially with expanded crit range of critting on 19 and 20.
You still haven't crit this game, Ian.
You are right.
But Gilbert has now been upgraded to a main damage dealer.
That's true.
Yes, he has.
Gilbert, it's 2 Eldritch Blasts per turn, right?
Yes.
I'm going to turn myself
Or
into a
A
sport
fireball at like what, 5th level? Casually.
I mean, I can do 7 third level fireballs a day.
You know, it is actually nice to have one source of AoE damage.
Yeah, I was looking at my spells. It's like, ooh, none of these are AoE. But now we got the big cigarette
It's
lighter.
okay. Next combat encounter, although rules as written is different, I'm just gonna throw 100 rats at you guys. Just see what happens.
Okay,
I'm not worried.
seems legit.
I'll just cast Fly on myself and hover 2.5 feet off the ground.
I'll find some water I can walk on. I
Yeah.
can actually cast that on everyone. It's because it's a ritual, and I can do it on up to 10 willing creatures.
Okay, so here's a question. How heavy does it have to be raining in order to climb the rain with a water walk?
That's a great question.
Canonically, Category 5 Hurricane.
Category 5 hurricane. Everyone
In
write that
Category
down.
5 Hurricane.
Cat
You can
5
climb the
hurricane.
We're gonna run into a Category 4 hurricane, like somewhere in this.
You can
frickin'
almost
campaign.
climb. See, if you cast Water Walk on both your feet and your hands, you're fine.
No, well,
Well,
no,
we got
water walk is not as
hurricane
terribly on
Called
feet.
Storm King's Thunder.
If we don't run into at least a category 5, I'm gonna be upset.
I'll start
will.
blowing to make the wind go faster.
At the end of this campaign, I'm sure at some point you will have run into a Category 5 Hurricane. That is
I
a
hope
promise.
so. I'm gonna keep this prepared. I hope you know that.
Literally always prepared. Water walk.
It's not just water. It's acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava. Although
Creatures
lava,
crossing
you can still get hurt
damage
by
from the
the
heat.
heat.
Oh my
Do your
god.
boots heat up when you walk on lava?
You still
Like, can
take
your
heat
armor
damage.
stand
I also forgot one of the best features of water walk. When you target a creature submerged in a liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round.
So could you just fly up a waterfall with this, all at like Breath of the Wild?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you could.
That'd be cool.
But once you get to the
Best
top, it's just
spell.
gonna be a little awkward.
Well, you'll be able to walk on the river or whatever it is.
Well, the current. That's a great question. How does current affect water walk?
Is there enough water in clouds to walk on them?
What
Well, you
kind
can
of
try.
Okay.
He hasn't come up with a decision yet.
At what level do we get the ability to control the weather? Control weather.
Isn't control weather a 7th level spell?
It is an 8th level spell.
8th level spell.
It's gonna be a while.
It's what 8th level spells is what? 15, 16?
It's
not
you
just
start at
17.
1 and you get a new spell level every 2 levels. So 16, 17th level maybe. No, that's not right. That's not right.
9th level spells is 20th, right?
No, because you get 9th level spells at like 18th, I think.
Oh Jesus! Give them a wish.
Cleric.
I feel like there's something we need to discuss. Are we really Bertha's boys?
No, we're not. Absolutely not Bertha's boys.
Yes.
15th level, you get access to 8th level spells.
That giant is forever going to know us as Bertha's boys, though.
To him, we're Bertha's boys.
Is that what
Did
the episode?
level up?
Oh yeah, of course that's it.
No, the cart wasn't in the combat